intermission.
Hi everyone, I'm Miles, producer of Conqueror's Blade 3 Kingdoms. Since our first teaser, many of you have been asking the same question: why does the new 3 Kingdoms world need its own standalone client? In this video, I will walk you through exactly why. We've built a realistic 3 Kingdoms world with over 60 cities alongside a massive visual overhaul. But it's not just about the visuals. The 3 Kingdoms era was all about warlords colliding in one massive, chaotic war. Our old multi-channel system.
Hello, we are back. I'm Red as and we are on the 3rd day of our match day on EU. It's already starting. I closed the sheet so no sun is disturbing me in my bunker here basically. But all the red faces here from my side, it's my high blood pressure for this coming day. So I'm joined by the good old... Oh, where's my fingers? There's my fingers. Furious D. Once again. We're getting confused with the mirroring from the cameras. Classic.
That's classic. Never know which way is left or right.
Like we pushing sometimes, huh? Shot caller saying right side, everybody going left side.
Are we going through the breach? Or are we going through main gate? Like, where are we going, guys?
We're pushing. He just said pushing.
We're just pushing. Or just pushing.
Jump special units, jump arty, you're always worth it.
Exactly. Just go everywhere. Just push something. Like, just figure it out. Just get in there. But yeah, excited for another wonderful day of more Conqueror's Blade League. I mean, this is week 3. This is a lot of deciding who goes on. There's a lot of people here with 2-2 with a 1-point matchup where this could decide if they go on or if they're out of here.
We're having 4 matches today again. It's LSLS versus LYNX, HB versus C, GBK versus KERM, DDS versus CC. Most of you know the names of the teams, so I'm not going for every name here. But we are very happy today to also cast the French civilization war, basically.
Yes, the
GBK
French are going to be
KERM.
fighting GBK versus KERM. We'll see who raises the white flag first. I mean, it's Halong Fjord.
Oh, Jesus.
So, I mean, this is a very high action, very fast paced map. And I don't know if the French have it in them for this kind of speedily. I mean, they could raise the white flag even faster with a match like Halong Fjord. So, we'll just see.
They're gonna jump on you, the Kermits, and go quack. They go frogger.
The whole crazy frog style, and you'll just hear Ming Ming in the background, and we'll be like, oh, where's that frog coming from? And but yeah, let's go into this.
Kermit impression. I would love to, but I can't. But it's piggy.
And so but first off, we have Los Locos versus LYNX here. Let's go over those bands. So on good old Halong Fjord, as we have our bands of Queen's Knights, Siphinori, Lionwar Crew, Doppelsonner, Shinji Grenadier, and Motau Battalion, with the saves of the Spartan Chosen and the White Plume Guard. So we still got our tower shields, but we're lacking a lot of specialty, and we're lacking the very easy anti-cav of Modao. So teams will be forced to use phalanx or other long reach sticks in order to counter cav. And I mean, I know a lot of people enjoy using these long sticks, but they're a little bit harder to use compared to the Modao Battalion. So we'll see how rampant this cav is coming up.
A lot of dudes enjoying long sticks.
A lot of dudes love some long sticks. Modao have a shorter stick, so we don't love them as much, but now
thick,
we're getting,
you know.
Yeah, they do have a thick stick though, so what they lack in range, they make up in girth. So they're doing some great things with that. But you know, as we see, a lot of our specialties also banned. Lionwar has been banned like near every match. Siphinori banned, Shinji banned. So a lot of these high damaging range units have been removed, along with Queen's Knights. And then we just have our funny Doppelsonners banned, so we don't have to worry about any of our units being silenced and we can't use abilities. You know, we're spamming that button, but it just doesn't work. Now we can spam the button and it will in fact work. So we'll see how this matchup goes. I mean, this is going to be probably a more cav focused matchup, but with long sticks, long pointy sticks, cav does not like going into them.
Comes a lot of responsibility. That was
exactly. So we'll see exactly how Locos and LYNX performs with this. I mean, Heilong Fjord, we've seen a lot of times this has been more cav oriented, but we do have our gold tower shields saved, so we could just see a more Spartan Reaper push, especially with Queen's Band and Reds. We're going to have Pikes getting banned as we go into our lobby screen.
There we can see already some Ratan pikemen.
And there's not that many rats. I think there's only 4 or 5 of them on the side of LYNX. Locos 1, I don't know, 3. So not many rats being brought into this matchup. We are seeing a lot of Reapers though on the side of Locos. I am seeing a Zealot on LYNX's side. I do enjoy Zealots being brought. I mean, this is
both sides playing 1 times Coco, but now they swapped to muskets.
Yeah, I mean, Psychelian Militia still, I don't know how great they're doing here. We've been seeing teams bring them, but I haven't been seeing that much fire on the ground, so I don't think these Psychelians are doing as much as Team 1, especially, you know, we brought it up every time. The nerf not having as much of value anymore. But yeah, this looks like a lot of Cav, a lot of Reapers, a lot of Spartans. As we go into our cinematic, I mean, what could happen here? Will we see a B rush here? Or is this going to be a full A, or is it going to be a split? So we go through our animations.
It's going to be a rush B. Let's hope for rush B. The good old
rush B. Go to our last thing of looking at the river. Beautiful river here.
And fish. Look at the fish.
I mean, it looks like it's raining, but we know it's a sunny day on Heilong Fjord. As we go in, it does look like a 3-12 split. Or 12 at A, 3 at B. So not as big of a split as we see other teams do, but still a decently sized split.
I think I can only see 2 people at B, right?
There's 3.
Just the unit.
Oh, there's 3 there.
Units. Okay.
And there's 2 bastard swords there, so their icons kind of overlap with one another.
They're
friends. Maybe they'll combine their swords together and then become a dual blades. Who knows?
Dual wielding bastard. That's the class name. Okay.
That's the dual bastard sword.
Dual bastard.
You thought you were annoyed by a regular bastard sword. Let me tell you, the dual bastard sword. Yikes.
He's the worst.
He is the worst.
The armor penetration is basically very strong on that one.
It's like 6k armor pen. You might as well not be wearing any armor at that point. So
you go in butt naked. It's the same.
Yeah. It'd feel the exact same. LYNX taking quite a bit of time here getting set up. Definitely one of these slower approaches to Heilong Fjord. They do have a little bit of artillery outside the wall. By a little, I mean 1 that is now getting sniped. So not the greatest, as they know, started their push inwards. Will they set up another artillery phase, or will they go straight in? And we're doing another artillery phase. Okay, we're doing artillery phase inside. I know a lot of teams love setting up in here, doing the artillery phase. They are already getting mortared and cannoned to hell. Actually, they're not doing artillery phase. They've gotten shot too many times. They're going in. As we see LYNX start forming up. Los Locos meeting them as the stalwarts brace into Locos side as the shields of Armenian shields and claymores are charging in there as a full of carnage, mayhem going on. I see fire everywhere here. The yellow turbans have given CC immunity to the team. They've got removed the healing. The tiger and leopard cav in the back. Doesn't look like it's going very fast. A very slow tiger and leopard cav. That guy forgot how to charge his cav as it slowly walks in and it gets eviscerated. It does look like LYNX is going to be clearly winning this fight, running through Locos here. Where is the Locos cav? It doesn't look like LYNX has really any anti-cav here, relying more on that one phalanx and the stalwarts going through and breaking all the cav coming in, but it doesn't look like they needed that much anti-cav anyways, because Locos is not bringing that much cav as LYNX is just pushing them straight to the bridge there. The Spartans are walking. It does look like Locos is holding this bridge very steadily here. The phalanx are doing their best. The Spartans are walking forward. The Spartans walk has ended though, so now LYNX will be able to push through as it looks like they will be good cleanly through here. Locos is holding on for dear life. But I mean, look at this red blob by LYNX. It's so healthy. And it does look like we're doing a little bit of snaking there by Locos. Yoda's Reapers are a little bit out of position. Does look like they will be able to get out of there on the A side as a Dual Blades is trying to retreat from that bastard sword. Does get dismounted. The Tiger and Leopard cav getting ran at and killed as well. I mean, it's looking pretty rough for Los Locos. I mean, the unit trade somehow looks even unit count, but maybe that's because Locos brought in a lot more units.
I guess so. Overall, that was the most polite, tough charge I ever witnessed. Excuse me, sirs, I'm in your bag. Could you please turn around and slice my throat?
Could you please just not, acknowledge me at all? I'm just charging here.
I don't want to frighten you guys, but I'm in your bag.
I'm in your bag. Very aggressive push here by LYNX here. Treb coming in. Doesn't look like Tiger Leopard Cav's going in. That guy doesn't know how to. Oh, there we go. Now he turns him around. A little bit late on that. Okay, the Tiger Leopard Cav's a little confused there as it charges forward, backwards, sideways, going in. LYNX getting hit by Rattan Vipers as well. This is going to be a little bit of an overextension by LYNX. The yellow turbans giving the CC immunity to LYNX side will be a little bit better there, but it doesn't look like that will be enough as they are getting surrounded and eviscerated, getting walked right back again. They were just a little bit too fast here as now Los Locos is just pushing straight through, and LYNX is just snaking. They're just slowly doing a trickle effect here. One by one, their units come in, and one by one, they are just dying left, right, instead of Treb coming in once again here. This is going to be a massive Treb doing huge damage onto those Reapers, those Spartans, and a little bit onto the Berserkers as well. Tiger Leopard Cav charge into the IPG walk, and I mean, the IPGs will go down, but a lot of those Tigers will be dead as well, as Locos actually brings this back well into their favor here. It did look a little rough for Locos after that first initial engagement, but now Locos is looking really strong.
They even managed to buy some time there because I was frightened already them getting rewiped, basically letting the enemy go back to supply, put a new set of units, and then maybe fighting them twice, which would maybe not go into their favor, or obviously not go in their favor, but they managed to buy enough time now to regroup and get new units out. And now they're looking for a different angle, I guess, going all the way to the harbor.
Now LYNX coming back up, and once again, I mean, they're snaking so bad. It's like one guy is up here well before the rest of the team, and it doesn't look like Locos will be punishing that much. They do send a Claymore and a Reaper, as now LYNX is slowly getting back into there. Now Locos realizes, hey, we shouldn't be pushing into this, tries to pull out their Claymores. They are debuffed. They are very slow old men right now. The Reapers will go down, but the Claymores will be able to get out as now LYNX pushes up here. Treb coming in on the frontal stairs there. The side stairs there. Doesn't look like that Treb will hit much edge. Never mind. Okay, it hit a little bit of the stalwarts, maybe a little bit of the
Rattan is gonna hurt
phalanx,
so much there with the setup.
Locos pushes in here. LYNX is on the staircase. You do not want to be just stuck on this staircase here as they get surrounded. We can see Locos with their gray pikes doing wonderful work here, along with some Wuxine pikemen. Treb coming in once again. This is going to be a monumental Treb doing massive damage onto Locos, but it doesn't look like that will be enough as LYNX is getting pushed all the way back down the stairs. I mean,
They got
this is just
tanked
looking...
and then Rattans into it, so you have no chance with your Reapers and all your shields there. You're just getting, basically asking for you to get traded out again. If they now pull again Rattan Swiper, or Rattan Pikeman, they should be fine again against most of the units there. So
LYNX...
them going into the Rattans there is not the play in my opinion.
LYNX doing it once again. They're going to put a very far push. I don't think any of them have gone for these Rattan Vipers that have been constantly shooting into the back as we go into another engagement. Treb coming in. I mean, that was a very good Treb here as this engage roars around. It is just Reapers upon Reapers on LYNX side, now getting that Claymore in, so a little bit more tanky. Watching in here, and I think LYNX will be going here. This is going to be a very scary Treb from LYNX here. This might do a lot more friendly fire damage than getting into the Loco side as this Treb rages in. Does look like actually very good Treb hits. Doesn't hit many of LYNX side, actually hit mostly Locos as these Reapers are fighting Reapers. The brick wall is fighting the brick wall, and which wall will break first, as there's a lot happening in the background there. We see Cav charging back and forth. And there's Cav going all around this point as LYNX fully captures it. Dagger X running into the Cudeliers, going into the side of the Phalanx. Holy smokes, those Cudeliers by LYNX getting all the way through Lost Locos Phalanx. Phalanx now getting onto the point, braced, trying to hold on strong, but there is Plume Guard as now this Treb comes in, and once again, there's a little bit more friendly fire damage for the Treb. The Plume Guard almost running into the Treb, taking a lot of friendly fire damage. 3 minutes left on the clock, scrambling for this point here. And I mean, this looks like LYNX will be winning the C point, and Locos will be having to force retreat back to the home as we see them running back to home, realizing that they cannot gain possession back of this C point. LYNX already having that C side supply. And I mean, units are looking low. Quality is fairly even. Locos just has a little bit more advantage, but that is just a gray unit advantage. But with those gray units might be enough.
Let's see, 4 minutes on the clock. Still can capture the good old Berserker spawn there. So this is what they're gonna do now. I guess they should also wait for the Berserkers to show up and at least tank a lot of this push right now. They're just investing some Rattans inside some Berserkers, which I was also teach the hard way, that I thought with Berserkers having less unit models, they are weak. But they are not.
Kev going through and didn't hit anything. It killed 2 LYNX people. That is crazy. That Cav charge got 2 people there. We saw it from a mile away. It was stationary. It still got 2 people. Unfortunate
by fishing
LYNX.
For them. They just saw 2 people and be like, let's take them home.
So go through. I mean, a lot of deaths have been happening here. Let's look at the death count by both sides here. Spacebar. There we go. As you see, I mean, a lot of LYNX on 2 deaths here. Final life. There's a few of them still only 1 death here. Locos also having quite similar. There's one of Locos is out.
I think for Los Locos it's way worse.
2.
It's not that word for LYNX.
All right, so 2 of Locos are completely out, but LYNX has a lot of people on their last life as well. But I mean, when you're already going down a 15 versus 13, it's going to be very rough for these teams for Locos to defend here. I mean, you're down 2 players. Artillery phase is coming on. Cav charge coming in into the back of those. A little confused Cav charge. I don't like how we're just.
Don't judge.
What are we doing here? I mean, Locos just losing 2 more people. I don't know if they were on their last life.
I think they may be just playing for time right now. If they're just inting into the enemy, they may be just bringing them to go back to the supply for a couple of seconds. This is the only thing I can think of makes sense to do this play.
I mean, going down 2 more people. Now it's 11 versus 15. I mean, 4 players down. It's going to be very rough for Locos to defend here as LYNX now pushes forward. Once again, snaking quite bad, but they love snaking. We are snaking. And the NA already
They're
having
good
the
units on top. Why they're not on the bottom fighting?
CC immunity going through. Spartan starting to walk into those plume guards as the engagement comes in here. It looks like the trebuchet will miss here as Lynx goes through. That Cordelier is going all the way through. A little bit slow there at the end there, but they will go all the way through Locos. And I mean, this is just a slaughter as Lynx gets onto this point and starts surrounding it. Locos is holding on for dear life as they try to get something, anything onto here, but the cab from Lynx is just running through Locos, and it's going to be very hard for them to get back onto this. There's only 3 Locos remaining alive to 14 Lynx. Only 1 Locos member alive. It's a dual blade dancing around the point. He's trying to get on, and he will go down, and not a single Locos is alive to defend this point. And that will be going first match to Lynx. Definitely an exciting matchup there. A lot of snaking, a lot of going back and forth. It's almost constant action there. As we go into our MVPs on the Lynx side, Pressure MVP 513, 184 unit kills, 1.1 million damage dealt by our Bastard Sword player. Love to see these kinds of stat lines from your Bastard Swords. The carries of the team truly carrying the team. As we go below him as Adalpo as our most valuable assist player, most valuable support. Short Sword doing short sword things, probably brought a lot of the healing units. Obviously not going to have that great of damage. Still did 1.3 with his units, but he's a short sword, probably did a lot of supply block. As we go to the bottom, actually, Lynx Templar 2113, 180 unit kills. Definitely not the hero damage of Pressure, but I mean, still 180 unit kills, 21 of them being gray and not the greatest there, but still basically 160 unit kills of golds and purples. Amazing job by Lynx players. As we go over to the Loco side, MVP Ephrael, Glaive player doing 448,000 damage. Amazing job by our Glaive player, keeping up with quite a few of the Bastard Swords in this tournament. As we go to the bottom of Yonut, has our most contribution points. Short Sword probably did a lot of supply blocking, stalled this as long as he possibly could. Unfortunately, as we saw, just wasn't enough going into this. Tried his best, but was not able to see. As we go to below him, I don't know how to say your name. Sick. Doing our most damage taking 8.2 million damage from his units, Amazing job, almost getting to that 9 million damage combined mark, getting very close to 10 million damage taken. Would have been an amazing stat to see, but 8.2 million is still wonderful. Went 1-3 and 109 unit kills. I forgot to say Ephrael's unit stats as 536, 183, trying his best to carry the teams. Wonderful. As we go to our post-battle analysis, Lynx is our red line. And I mean, Lynx being the red line here, you can see where actually that A-B push, yeah, they won the A-B push, but you can see afterwards where they tried to snowball to that C point, they just lost a lot of units going in. And once they did regroup, once they regrouped, they won every push, but that snowballing to C just lost a lot of units for them. And it almost lost them the game there. You saw on these charts looking very close here, besides that end spike. That end spike is just so in favor of Lynx. Locos losing a lot of heroes at the end. That being said, hero kills. Lynx killed 38 heroes. Locos only killing 21. That is a 17 hero kill difference. That is not the gap you want to see coming in here, especially at the end where there was already a 2 unit difference, and then they lost 2 people before the push even happened, going to a 4 hero difference. Just not valuing Locos, just not valuing their hero lives as much as Lynx here, and that will be Lynx going 1-0 here. Just wonderful plays.
Wonderful play.
Huh? Lynx just played very grouped up. They did a little bit of a mistake with that snowball to C, not being grouped up there, which Locos was able to punish them very handily. So we'll see now that we're swapping side how Locos does pushing into Lynx.
Let's see. I think it was a very action-packed round, which I really enjoyed. Like, just by the amount of where you can't stop breathing And you stop breathing basically to don't stop talking because it was so much happening straight from the push from the beginning there, going into it, then pushing for C, needing 2 pushes there, and then going for end cap. It's like very, very ongoing match basically, with a lot of people doing a lot of aggressive things and with very polite cavalry. Once the
Very polite cap. There was
once the cap on A and then on the end cap as well, the Cordeliers basically just stopped and be like, okay, anger measurements, break.
We're done charging now. We're going to stop right here, and we're a little bit done.
Be afraid, but go away. See, that could be you. You see the mud behind me? That could be you. But I didn't. I have everything under control. I don't need to charge at you. But the cuff on A was basically way weirder for me, in my opinion. That looked like there was button. Maybe the hero died. Maybe the hero died before his cuff was played out, so the cavalry was just X'd in or like moved in, and they'd be like, okay, waiting for commands, sir. Waiting for commands. No, didn't happen.
Yeah, they just X'd them in, and just slow walked in, and unfortunately, when you slow walk a cap, it's not going to do really any damage.
That's what I expected. Or what I think might be happening. But we can't be sure, like always. Furious having some interventions from somebody charging at him right now, so that's fine as well. Happens to the best of us.
I am getting charged by cavalry of my own. So this is
of your own kind, even. Jeez.
Their own kind is charging me, and
it's like a trap in your back. You putting your good old archers, your reliable archers of the supply, and one of your team members is going, we don't need archers. Trap it.
Everyone's just pulling ranged, and I'm like, oh.
Nah,
I'm having a wonderful time.
You're not one of them, right? You wouldn't trap your own team.
I would never tread my own team for bringing ranged into my Halo Fjord matches. Never. I would never. No, not me.
I sent you back to Minecraft.
Back to Minecraft. But my TNT launcher.
Yeah, TNT you can wait for the creeper creeping up on you and going like.
My TNT launcher might be timed to end that range, but that wasn't. There was something else there. There was enemy cav there. I knew that the cav was going to charge the supply, and I just wanted to make sure your range wasn't there. I gave you the warning, but
you make a big red avoid circle basically. So don't go there. And he
I gave you a big circle of do not go here. That's your own fault at that point.
Saw people with Scorpion even miss shooting and be like, sorry.
Sorry. As we go into now, Locos on the attack here. I mean, this once again, this is fairly standard. We did see LYNX bring these zealots last time on the attack. I'm sure they did quite a bit of great things here, definitely. But it does look like we are going more standard route of units here. Nothing crazy. For the Brashio, though, instead of phalanx by LYNX for quite a few of their players. I know that for quite a few people, they just can't handle the micro of phalanx, that 1-1v micro. So you just place down a Forte Braccio, you brace it, you forget about it. It will do its job, hopefully.
They have long pikes as well. They can do the stabby as well. Why shouldn't they? Less buttons smashed, same effect, maybe.
Yes, they have their own. I mean, they're not as great as Phalanx. They'll just get a little bit of the attack capped more than Phalanx. But if you don't really care, if you keep their long reach cleared, the Forte Braccio will still do wonderful work. Basically,
I think you can hide them better. If you press them or to cover them, you can hide them better in units, and then maybe they get overseen. Phalanx, which you can basically see every time. They're so obvious, even with their shiny armor. Some skins are doing it a little bit better to them, but they're way easier to spot than sometimes the Forte Braccios are.
Yes, it's definitely a lot easier to hide Forte Braccio compared to Phalanx.
Inside of a unit block.
As we go
in the open area, you can see both they're not John Cena, so there should be no problem.
Yeah, they do have a long, pointy stick, so it's very easy to see them either way when they are walking about. We do see a 2 and 13 split here, I believe. There is 2 at B. Kind of hard to tell at this angle, but that's okay. I believe there's 2 people. I saw 2.
Both
So we
teams
go
maybe
in.
having the same trainings, you know? They're doing the same stuff. They had the same trainer being like, okay, guys, listen, I have a very specific strategy for you guys. Listen.
Yeah. Maybe only sending 2 people there to just break the gate. Actually,
think
looks
they're
like
getting
3
deep.
people as they go into there. And
Yeah,
only
they
one,
get deep
there's a
already.
Polex there, but LYNX trying to defend with the Orcus, but see if he calls for backup. Short sword rotating back as Locos now pushes in here into the A side, into the B side.
Blue
See
Ballista,
exactly
I
how this
guess,
plays out.
killed
Very
somebody.
fast push being coming in. Plume Guard meeting the other Plume Guard as the shields collide. Massive damage coming on both. Treb going in the back there. Doesn't look like that Treb will really hit much of anything. Spartans walking, failing, doing, stabbing forward. So the fight rages on. Shoots a dinger from a LYNX side. He's starting to heal the blob, making them last a lot longer here. A little bit laggy on the unit scrapes as we go into it. It does look like LYNX is handily winning this fight, though. And it's not even close as Locos is getting pushed straight through. I mean, this was an amazing job by LYNX. Locos going down to 8 heroes alive, losing half of their members. Another shoots a dinger heal coming in. The
Polite cuff charge.
polite cav charge. It went all the way through and then just stopped. Very polite cav charge. Charged forward, said, actually, I'm here.
Never mind.
You can deal with me now, instead of going straight through. Spear player with claymores on this point here. I mean, these claymores do great damage, but they are not good at seeking out a hero and killing them. These claymores will be very quickly going down as Spartans now get onto this point. Another claymore gets in here, and Locos looking very weak here on their attack as they come in another time. The Cav trying to charge through, getting straight into oh my, we're just sending Cav into Phalanx. It's just spread. Look at them all, and it's all dead.
There's another charge coming.
Oh, we have more
Polite-
Cav coming. Oh, this is going to go straight through the Reapers, though, and it's gone.
And the Treb is
Treb is
now
coming
we
in.
go-
I mean, this is Locos just sent a lot of Cav into. I think that was 6 or 7 units of Cav in. Now sending their infantry. Not much infantry from Locos coming in here, and we're going to probably see the exact same thing happen where LYNX is going to just push through them. The IPG trying to make space, the Spartans trying to do something, but LYNX is saying no, sir, and it's going to be pushing them right back out again. The Cav is winding up. Locos has the Cav. The Locos has the Cav. They're charging slow, and it's dead.
And the Cav is coming in, and it's dead.
The Phalanx from LYNX, I mean, that Phalanx player, I can't, Templar, we'll have to see exactly what Templar's kills are looking like at the end here. I think this man just got 120 unit kills of Cav, because holy smokes, that Phalanx just murdered so much Cav. And Locos down to 9 players yet again. Treb coming in, I don't know if this, Treb actually getting... no, it was just the one ball. One ball got a really good hit in there. Unfortunately, the other balls were not able to get a good hit in there, as now Locos pushing once again. Third push time. Third push is the charm. Reapers running into these plume guards with no frontline support. Shoots a dinger from LYNX, getting max range healing in. Doesn't look like it'll really be hitting the blob as much as they want to be hitting, but we'll see exactly how that works out as Locos pushing through. I mean, Locos looks like they have a lot heavier of a front line here. They have those Reapers pushing in, the Spartans tanking from the cavalry is going in, and it jumps onto those Reapers. Doesn't look like those Reapers don't really care that much about it, but they will do heavy damage onto those Reapers as LYNX now pushes straight through Locos. gonna look very rough for them to get back. The cavalry again going through. As the Codaliers trying to get through as well. I mean, the anti-cav from Lynx is a little bit too far back now, so this cav from Locos is going to do wonderful work here, but it doesn't look like it will be enough as Lynx is pushing through Locos yet again.
Looking very strong here. Lynx basically being the biggest bobcat you ever see.
Yes, Lynx being a wonderful bobcat, maybe transforming to a big cat in name as the tiger and leopard cav starts charging through, straight through the plume guard as they turn around, go once again into Los Locos back. Also, hold on, I will have to mute for a second.
That's no problem. Going out, going inside of the trap there. Basically just pushing out for the rest of LSLS living there. Los Locos hanging on to dear life, but even if they would win this fight, I think all the lives are already spent. Units being down, that looks like a clean GG for Lynx. I jinxed it maybe a little bit early, but I don't think so. Already people leaving here. Jesus, looking very strong. The pushes on A were basically all won from Lynx, and I think we're going to see it as well in the post-battle analysis, but strong play by Lynx. Holy moly, they showed up what they can do there. Even pushing the plum guard in front there, soaking up the damage so they can activate the third ability, so they're knowing that there's a time window where they can't die, and then you set in the other units. So them already being focused on the plum guard and soaking up all the damage, and you got your time window of some seconds where you pull in all the units and basically have at least a lot of less damage for everybody else. I hope that was the strategy there, not just a misplaced plum guard, but I think at this level from teams you can expect people thinking a little bit more about what they're doing and not misplaying that. So I think there was a thought behind this play, which I just talked about, but could be that I'm just mistaken again. So that's it. Lynx winning here 2-0, and you are back. That's nice. I can hear you. Right? No. Furious?
Huh?
He's back from the Shadow Realm. Is he or is he not?
I am back from the Shadow Realm. I mean, this was just a wonderful matchup as we saw here, but I mean, Lynx just proved that this is kind of embarrassing from Locos, but Lynx is above 1,000 units remaining. And I mean, it's one of the more embarrassing things. You never want to end a matchup where the enemy side has more than 1,000 units, but that's about that. As we go to our MVPs on the Loco side, Yonut as our MVP, 95 unit kills. I mean, he killed a lot of units there, but killing the units doesn't really help. He is a short sword. He's really going to get that many hero kills. Doesn't have that high damage. Did take quite a bit of damage, but you are a short sword as your MVP getting 95 unit kills. Let's look like he caught a wide variety of units. As we go into our other MVP of Edwin Mark, most valuable damage taken, MVT, most valuable tank. As we go into this, took a lot of damage, 5.2 million damage taken. And then as our cameraman will choose our third MVP, because really there's no one really here. Or we choose it as our MVP. Oh, well, we won't talk about the guy on the bottom of the leaderboard. Romania, though, 032, our second S rank on the board there. 35 unit kills. Looks like he did quite a bit of stats. I don't know what he did for the MVP. Probably did some contribution. Looks like he got quite a bit of assist points there. Probably ran the shoots a dinger or some yellow turbans. As we go over to the Lynx side, MVP Templar, we did see this as our phalanx player, and yeah, 107, 227 unit kills. We see 45 tiger and leopard kills there. 14 Kudaliers. I mean, this man's phalanx did a lot of work when we saw that Cav charging back and forth on that A point. It just did wonderful work. As we go down to the Poleaxe of Patonitis as our most valuable contribution points. Still no idea what that does. I don't know. I don't know what it does, but he contributed a lot here. Poleaxe did 45,000, not a high damage class, probably did a lot of weapon dancing, making sure that LYNX lived a lot of these fights. As we go to our most valuable assists of Mencha's Master Sword, 6-0 and 10, 132 unit kills. I mean, these, as you see by all these unit kills, hero kills and unit kills by LYNX side, a lot of these players have a lot of hero kills as well. Fairly good stats all around. As we go to our post-battle analysis, Los Locos is red. And I mean, yeah, Locos only being able to kill 5 of LYNX's heroes compared to dying 43 times.
Jesus.
I mean, Locos tried their best. What more can really be said here? This was just a slaughter on when they swapped sides. There is
At
one
least
point
for
where they
the
went
horses.
even, but the horses especially. I mean,
It was brutal to watch.
it was just brutal. I mean, Locos tried their best. It definitely looked like they were trying to get through some points here. But maybe this was just a little bit of coordination difference. Maybe the unit comp was different. We could just say a little bit of skill differential here, because I mean, 5 hero kills to 43 hero kills. I mean, that's just a slaughter. There is a point where they went even on unit deaths, but that looks like it was literally just a point in the battle. Maybe for a second, and then LYNX brought it back, killing more and surviving a little bit longer. That was, but I mean, still a good showing. Locos had a very good defense there. It looked like they almost were able to hold on, but LYNX just proving they're a little bit of a better team. Now they will be the team moving on from the group stage. If we could bring the, oh, I guess this works. Oh, but there will be 2-0 for,
sure, no problem.
yeah, this will be 2-0 from LYNX. As we bring up our group stages, as we see here, Locos versus LYNX was a very heated debate that decided who went forward there. So this will be LYNX moving forward in this matchup as we go into our next matchup of Hyperborea versus C. That will be a little bit of time here. Hyperborea versus C is definitely going to be as well a very engaging setup. It looks like all of our matches today will be who goes forward besides our last matchup, which is DDS versus Copper Collectors. DDoS versus Copper Collectors. So, I mean,
there, it could be interesting.
It could still be a very interesting fight. It could be DDoS taking a point off of Copper Collectors being 4-0 in this tournament. I mean, that's going to be a very hard hill for DDoS to win, but they could show up and win out. As you see, these next matchups will still be very nail-biting, deciding who goes forward and who gets eliminated.
That's true, but we're gonna go in a little break because it's 20 minutes and you don't want to hear us yapping, because 20 minutes of us yapping about random shit, it's already happening inside of the battle sometimes, but 20 minutes, Jesus! So we see you in like 15 minutes again, and then we're gonna go in the matchup of HB versus C. So see you guys in 15 minutes. X. X. Here we back again. I love the animation of it. Going X. So we are back at it again. And we are going to see HB versus C on White Egg Fort. I personally really love White Egg Fort. It's also one of the most loved map for me to play on, just based on some good memories of this map and having history with it. Love to see it every time.
You have some great memories. Let me tell you, every time I've played this map in ranked, you get one good push where everyone's like, all right, we're going to go through breach or we're going to go from the wall. And then after that one push, never again. We go through gate. That's it. There's no other option. Gate. So I don't have the fondest of memories. I know in the competitive scene, the teams usually don't just give up and go through gate. So we'll definitely see probably some good matches here, especially considering this is Hyperborea versus C, which is looks like Story Enjoyers Academy. So we'll see exactly how these two teams go. I mean, these are still, once again, these are teams that are 2-2, 1 point. So this could go either way here. Very even matchup. And this decides who goes on and who is probably eliminated. As we go into our unit bands of good old White Elk Fortress here, we got the band. Bands of Shenji, Lion Roar Queens, very traditional bands, and then going over to Seaside of Spartan, Schützedinger, and Tiger and Leopard Cap, saving Stalwarts and Doppelsnaughter. Very interesting here. I mean, we do see a lot of Tiger Leopard Cap, even though that Tiger Leopard Cap looks to be not performing amazing. It does have some good charges in there, that triple charge ability. Well, usually not that bad. I do see Plume Guards have made it through. Good for them. And also kind of interesting here, seeing a Stalwart save when you have gold shields still available. Maybe they didn't know what they wanted to save, so they saved Stalwarts. And the Doppelsnaughter save, I mean, Doppelsnaughters are a very sought after unit. We love 3 seconds of silence. It just does wonderful work. 3 seconds is a lot of time for these battles. Makes them a lot faster when you can't use your Claymore abilities or your Plume Guard, getting that immunity for a while. Does quite a lot of work as we go through this. I mean, that Spartan Beam Band, so you won't be having as fast of pushes, but we do still have the Stalwarts, so it looks like they will be a little bit slower of pushes, but still having quite a bit of damage with the Stalwarts. And I mean, flames are also available, so definitely see how this White Elk Fortress goes.
Always
I have lost Bruderita.
No, you didn't lost me. I'm just lost inside of the barking. I can hear the live chat right now. I think it's all the barking of the live chat. Yeah, the dogs are on. Classic. White Egg Fort. I love they added the flowers, or like the new look for the trees basically, which are now more colorful, more appealing to some people. But I also don't like the map based on the trees always being sometimes in the way of the cameraman, then going around, and that's something bad. But I'm stoked to see C now delivering something, but I think like C is not like very played in teams, so they're not used to playing with each other because they are academy teams, so they are basically the second ranked of a team, but they have good strategy and they also have some good players inside. I think Amber is one of them, and which I usually look up to in ranked games, where I be like, oh shit, Amber got, nah, yikes, let's go around. Search for a second round. GPS, get me somewhere else. Don't want to go with my old hands and my old brain into a 1v1 situation or something similar. So therefore avoiding flares. Vanishing.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see exactly. We'll see how these teams perform. I mean, I don't really remember too many of the players on each team. I'm not having the greatest of memory of who's on who, and especially since this is the EU side, I am an Americas, so I don't know these players that well. I don't know if any of them are the as strong as you're saying, where if I see this man standing on a bridge, I'm finding another bridge.
There's a troll on it. He wants some taxes. I can't pass
There's a
it.
troll on it.
Now you're sounding.
I mean, I might break a breach and then see a guy just standing in the rubble. I'm like, this guy, too much. Can't handle him. I'm going around. Luckily, there's another breach. There's a gate. Maybe I'll get a tower up there. You know. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this Giga Chad. He's playing Nodachi and he's standing in rubble. What am I supposed to do about this guy? This Bruiser has his helmet. Gotta don on my longsword armor so that I can maybe stand a chance against him. But that's just not gonna happen.
I didn't ask, which class do you play?
I do not. I need that longsword armor, you know, the strongest armor available, so that, and a little bit of a heal, just so I could maybe even think about challenging a Giga Chad that just stands in the rubble of a breach.
Got it.
Might not be playing longsword, but I have an arm.
Player. You're an old timer, basically.
I do not play longsword.
What class do you play?
I'm more, you know, before all the switches, I used to play longbow. So I was that guy that sat in the back. And
before all the switches, what are you playing now? You want to say it? Say it.
I played quite a few classes. I've swatted around. I went from longbow, I went to pike, and now I'm spear.
Say you are one of those.
And I am not a bastard sword. I played it for a week, and then I was like, this class, not for me. I'll stick to pike, I'll stick to spear, I'll stick to my agility classes. I'm happy on my agility classes.
Watch too much Pyan then. And then
yes, I love Pyan. You know, love Pyan. Pyan's a great guy. You see his streams, you're like, I want to be just like this man with his pike, doing wonderful work, doing the combos, doing animation cancels. A lot of high skill skill ceiling with that pike class. I mean, Pyan makes it look easy.
I think that's pretty funny for me. That's always a joke in my mind, is being like, we have the big pound between us, like America and Europe, but we have two fishes. On our side it's Barracuda, on the other side it's Pyan.
Yeah, we do have the two side about pictures. It's just Pyan and Barracuda. And you know, that's before Zodiacs became Zodiacs, they were called Pond Guard. They were guarding the pond.
Yeah.
So it was very funny.
Always in my mind, being like, we also have a fish in Europe. The good old Barracuda.
Barracuda. I don't think we have any other fish in the Americas. I mean, Pyan is a fisherman. Sure. You see it with his profile picture. He's a fisher.
I know.
And I mean,
he's been like, look at me, guys.
A big old fish there. It's great.
So big.
Wonderful accomplishment. I wish I was as good as a fisher as Pyan is at CB. Like, holy smokes.
As you know, the telling is, if you're good at fishing, you are good at baiting. Huh? So baiting in your ranked games, easy. You know how the game goes. Going into the unit picks.
I mean, these are looking fairly standard from both sides. I'm seeing a lot of Yanya Dao being picked up, especially with the Tiger Leopard Cav being banned.
Flames, Cocos. I don't know if it's a display bug where the Cocos don't have mastery for Alma Flames.
I think it's a display bug. We are on the CBL server, which I believe is everything's max and mastered. So I believe this is just a display bug by the game. I doubt any team is purposefully removing mastery. That seems like a really funny thing to do.
Somebody changed in the last seconds to fill in the team, and then he's like, shit, I forgot to master my units, you know? Happens.
Yeah.
Happens.
It happens. You know, last second swap, had to figure out all your things. Didn't get the unit tree buffs. Unfortunate there. Was missing out on a little bit of damage.
There we go. Back to the graphical video.
So a video of White Elk Fort as we see a little bit of it rendering in and out there. The tree losing its leaves. Beautiful.
I think White Elk is one of the better looking maps, just in visual stuff. It has a little bit more of color, it has some certain aspects. I love the little supply block you can do here in TW, also normally in sieges where you run on the tent and jump down. Worked better in the past, now it's a little bit nerfed, but still super funny to jump up there and see people struggling to get up there with you. But overall,
sure.
a very packed map.
We'll
It's not
see
looking
exactly,
too
yeah.
what is the name in or the word in English where it's not bald because it's not missing a hand,
Bald.
but then it's not bald. It's
Bald. The map isn't bald. It has leaves. It's not bald. It's not like
got it. Sorry.
Reginopolis where all the trees are dead. Our trees, in fact, have leaves here. We aren't bald.
In Regionopolis, but you have the paper soldiers. Did you ever see the paper soldiers? They are paper soldiers, super fun. We maybe have time to show it this time. I'm already prepping our cameraman because he knows what I'm talking about.
Yes, Treb's coming in, missing all of these culverins. It does look like the Story Enjoyers Academy is going to be breaking these Trebs on the right side here. These are Trebs that are very important to break, as when the fight starts raging on, they are one of the very few Trebs that will be able to hit you. So good on them trying to break these early. Treb now coming in does break one of the culverins. One culvert still and it's gone.
And it's gone. That's gonna be somebody needs to clip this and make like memes out of this. Where you go like 50 times and it's gone, and it's gone.
And there goes another culverin. I mean, Story Enjoyers Academy is looking pretty rough here. Only one of their culverins remaining. They did break one Treb. So they broke something at least. I think that, yeah, there was one Treb above that other Treb. So they have broken, one Treb. Good on them. But there has been 4 artillery placed to break these Trebs. And when you only break one Treb, it's not that great of value. This tower has landed, so Hyperborea will be able to get on here and pressure a little bit easier, no longer having to climb the ladders. So we'll see exactly how this goes. Treb coming in once again, trying to find this last culverin. That culverin doing the good old jukes left, right, center. Oh, and it's gone.
And now you're losing it.
The culverin almost managed to live there, was doing a little bit of left and right jiggles there. Unfortunately, it goes down. Now there's a cannon remaining. Once again, Treb. Let's see if it makes it. Oh. It's gone again. As we see, these Trebs are doing wonderful work by Hyperborea, breaking all of Story Enjoyers Academy's artillery. Now Story Enjoyers Academy down to 7 artillery remaining. Definitely don't want to be placing any more breaking these Trebs. They got one Treb down. Maybe they broke the other Treb. We'll see. Yes, they did break 2 Trebs there. So they did like all right work, but that is, I believe that was 5 or 6 artillery pieces spent just to break 2 Trebs. Not what you want to see.
Which can hit you there on A. That was basically their goal, I guess. So they're living rent-free on A and get the Trebs inside of their faces and get like marinated from all the fire and be like, Jesus
indeed. But now there's going to be a little bit less Trebs, so they don't have to worry about as much balls of fire raining down on them.
Fireball.
Now, so we go into an artillery phase here. I mean, Story Enjoyers Academy does have the counter artillery here, but Hyperborea has just the artillery quantity advantage. As we see double cannon being placed on the wall there, we'll be able to break any of them. But Story Enjoyers Academy does have a cannon of their own. Hopefully we'll be able to aim and break these cannons, but it doesn't look like they were able to, as all their artillery is now getting shot. Now, it does look like Story Enjoyers placed that cannon on the floor there, but is not able to aim high enough to break the cannon. So just kind of a wasted artillery now. Forced to rotate away from that side, ready for the street. Forced to go back to supply, or doing the walk of shame here. Someone didn't know where to place their cannon, and they will be going down there.
Your cannon got fucked. Walk of shame.
Walk of shame. Back onto the supply. Now we'll just get healing from the supply. This is a lot of space given there. So now Story Enjoyers Academy, will have to be very fast on their reactions to Hyperborea coming down. This is a lot of space that you give by running all the way back on the streets here. It doesn't look like Hyperborea is immediately going to take this space. Instead, just taking their time, setting up more of an artillery phase here. And they've spent 15 of their 30 artillery, so definitely doing wonders against Storage's Academy, forcing them back. But they have to start pushing here eventually. 7.5 minutes, so they've got a little bit of time. ISG and Bloomguard have made it onto the floor. Not pressure too much, a little bit of a mortar shooting at them, but ISG slowly heals, so they're not too worried about this mortar being shot at them.
A little bit of berserkers running down there.
Going down, Sword Enjoyers looking like it was a little bit stuck. We'll be able to escape.
No step bro needed, there was nobody stuck, he was just baiting.
Short sword is a little bit harder to break and kill down. Treb coming in, does look like that Treb will miss.
It's only one ball, like we said, from the left side.
Only one ball. Looked like the ball hit the fence. And Storage walks forward, now walking back once again. Realize Hyperborea isn't pushing. We're gonna go back to the supply and heal. This might be a little bit of a misplay.
No, they're doing the same thing again, I guess. Hyperborea is trying to bait out the units, so they're more in the open, then they can shoot on them, and then they're pulling back out.
Yeah, but
so a little bit of teasing.
The artillery by Hyperborea has been down for quite a while. I doubt it has much ammo. Also, the Yorkist that I just saw charge into something, I don't know if it got anything, but it died instantly, so probably didn't get much. Well, as now Hyperborea starts pushing into this point here, Story Enjoyers Academy walking forward, meeting them at the point. A little bit of baiting happening here, just kind of brace on top of each other. Flames firing back and forth. Kudalir's trying to get through. Never mind, it was Yanya Dao. Does look like it gets through. Not exactly the frontal charge straight through as you want. Goes a little bit more to the side. As looks like Story Enjoyers Academy is just running through Hyperborea. But Hyperborea is now behind.
Over the supply, which is very bad for C right now. Even if they get it back, they need to close the gate, but the gate is already broken, I guess, because the ramp is
open. Yanni now charging into the side here. Doesn't go as frontal into the blob as you would want to see there, but it does still do heavy damage. Is a Story Enjoyers Academy. Story Enjoyers Academy doesn't have any respawn supply that's close. They have to go very far to come back into this fight, but they will win the fight
in a second.
Kudalir's coming in, charging through. Will that hurt? I died there if I was that Hyperborea member. Just saying, the Kudalirs kill me there.
Yeah,
I don't know how he walked through that.
He has a very thin ass, I guess.
Yeah, that man
Kudi would be caught there and destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've been chomping on the burgers. I would have gotten the Kudalir charge, but that man, he's been working out. He's been very toned. He's on the skimming diet. Worked out well for him, but this is looking really rough for Story Enjoyers Academy, as now Hyperborea is getting their respawns, getting their resupplies in here. There is a Reaper unit on here, but there is Cav charging everywhere back and forth on this point, and this looks like this will be going in favor of Hyperborea. Story Enjoyers Academy still struggling to get this supply. Hyperborea stalling as long as possible. The Dagger Axe Lancers are coming onto the supply, will be getting met by the heroes there. They will not be able to get back on. As Story Enjoyers Academy now pushing past, they have finally re-gotten their supply, finally pulling units, but there's now another short sword stalling it. So,
polite Cav again.
Polite Cav, such polite Cav. Thank you, Cav, for letting us kill you before you get the charge in. We very much appreciate it. Cav's still going in the back of Story Enjoyers Academy. Story Enjoyers Academy looking like, even though they lost the A point, pushing forward, realizing, hey, we do not want to go back to the home point. We instead want to fight this far forward and kill all of these Hyperborea members. A little bit of
maybe
aggressive defending by
just see the phalanx in the end, and then they try to pull out, but then they see their pull out game is basically shit, so they lose their cavalry in the end.
Yes, when your pull out game is weak, you still lose your cav either way.
You get fucked.
Alright, so you get fucked.
You have to
in more ways than one. You have to pay child support now.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. But this is looking, I mean, quality advantage is in favor of Story Enjoyers Academy. I mean, 400 gold to 161. That is a very hefty advantage, but there's a lot more purples by Hyperborea as a 300 differential. 250, 260, 275 if we want to be specific here. So quite a bit of a
I think
gap
that's really in
there.
favor of HB right now because, as I think CU was preparing for A or planning on defending on A, that so the strategy for endcap is not going to be that solid because they tried to get the trebuchets back, which didn't work out completely, and then they lost A to the supply block.
A wonderful supply blocking by Hyperborea, as now Story Injurious Academy is stuck here on this home point. Once again, they still have the gold advantage here, and we do know these gold units can do wonderful work. That Reaper spam does wonders with that Phalanx and Stalwart support. We do not have Spartans though, because they were banned, but you know, we still have some. When you don't have the Spartans, just put in another Reaper. It will surely do the work that you want. Maybe put a Claymore in there for a little bit more damage reduction. As we go into yet again another artillery phase, but it's only 5.5 minutes here. It's not that much time. I mean, they could spend about 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes on doing an artillery phase, but you can see by Story Injurious Academy, I mean, they're pretty far back here. Not
And
much of this artillery is going to hit.
They're going to commit for the arty here. Yes, I think so.
A little bit of a
which
force.
Is not good because
running forward.
HB is going to double pull unit into endcap and then block the supply in the back, I guess.
Bastard Sword a little caught out. Will he go down? Sword does a thunderstruck to try to get him to escape. Still running for his life as they try to get out of here. Caltrops being placed by the musket. One Bastard Sword will go down. Targi goes down, and now Hyperborea is pushing into this home point, and Story Injurious Academy is way out of position here as they now push in here. The Trebuchet go to good land beautifully into this blob. CCI from the Yellow Turbines will make it so they don't get exploded by this Treb. But will it be enough? Flames spewing fire everywhere. Yellow Turbines trying to keep everyone alive. Berserkers into the backline of Hyperborea. I mean, the backline of Story Injurious Academy. And it looks like Story Injurious Academy is getting completely surrounded. And this looks very dire for Story Injurious Academy. Getting this kind of surrounded. The Enya down coming in fully charged straight through all the shields remaining of Story Injurious Academy. And this is looking very in favor of Hyperborea. See exactly how it goes on. The Claymores coming in into the back of these stalwarts here to try to cleave through a lot of them. But Story Injurious Academy only has 7 people alive to Hyperborea's 14, so this could be very dire. We need the C needs something here, anything to make a statement, but they have lost their home supply, so they have to go all the way back to pull any units, and this looks like Hyperborea will be winning this first engagement. Glaive tries to get back on the point, gets dismounted. Bastard Sword tries to get there. Unfortunately, it's just not enough. As we go into our MVPs, Hyperborea Ajax MVP 227, 77 unit kills, very low hero damage from a Bastard Sword, not even breaking 100,000. But I mean, he won. He's the MVP, so he did other things that were wonderful there. Maybe just not with his hero, but with his units, he did wonders. As we go to our most valuable contribution, Short Sword did more damage than our Bastard Sword. This guy deserves a medal just for that. Wonderful job contributing. Probably did a lot of supply blocking. He did some other work there. Don't know exactly what he did. Still trying to figure that out. As we go down to Genkuro, 114, 118 unit kills. Genkuro, Short Sword once again beating our Bastard Sword in damage. I mean, great job. He's also see where he has 1,200 of the contribution points. I don't know what that stat is actually. It's something. It's a stat that he did wonderful work. So these guys just did wonderful stat lines. As we go over to the Story Injurious Academy side, No Heart GV as our MVP 025, 91 unit kills. Still did more damage than Hyperborea. I'm just going to keep bringing that up. Sorry. As we go in, I mean, still did great stats. Unfortunately, it was not enough. As we go down to Ubu Tusuna as our most valuable tank, taking 4.4 million damage taken, 4.5 million damage taken, taking quite a bit of damage. As we go to another one of our players, we'll go to Narvint, the other S rank on the Story Injurious side. going 115, 77 unit kills, to 276,000 damage by his hero. There's some pretty alright stats here. Unfortunately, it just was not enough. As we go into the post-battle analysis, the red line is going to be Hyperborea. And I mean, looking at this chart, I mean, yeah, Story Droids Academy lost a little at the start there. Wasn't too much. That A point, though, I mean, it went into the favor of Story Droids Academy. I mean, nah. Yeah, red line. Hold on. Red is Hyperborea. So, yeah. Red is Hyperborea here. My bad. I got myself confused. I mean, Hyperborea doesn't look like they won that A point there by just unit trade, but we saw by the positioning, that supply stalling, that supply taking. Story Droids Academy didn't really lose this by, just trades. They lost this more by positioning. I mean, you see it's 22 to 13 hero kills. It's not that much of a trade difference there. 9 hero kill difference, but it's so low kill-wise that either way, I doubt anyone was really on their last life, and if they were, it's maybe 1 or 2 people. So the hero kills didn't really matter. This just felt like Hyperborea played this positioning-wise tremendously better than Story Droids Academy. And I mean, if they're an Academy team, this is definitely a learning experience for them.
Yeah, it's also to show how good they are and basically having a spot inside of the tournament. Therefore, just having a team where you can participate and maybe show off as a player as your own, and then maybe another team being like, I saw you. You did. And then they'll be like, yeah, I did. And even. And you were like, oh, even. Yeah. And they'll be like, okay, recruited. Easy.
Yes. And Hyperborea has been around for a while. They are a very good team. There's no one's going to say they're a bad team. They're a very distinguished, established team that's been around. And there's very good players on there. Besides maybe the one that I keep talking about that I just apparently, I don't know. Bastard Sword players getting below 100,000 damage. Maybe he was Heavy Armor Bastard Sword. He was Tank Bastard Sword. Well, he was Tank Bastard Sword. Not the playstyle I, want to see my Bastard Swords be playing. But it's still, he got MVP, so he's doing something right. But yeah, I mean,
or your team did something right and you're just riding the wave and be like, I take all the kills. So, yeah.
That is one of those things that maybe he rode the wave and he got, he's at the top of the wave, riding and surfing it, having a great time. And unfortunately now, because he got MVP for it, maybe a few people are going to be looking at him like, hey man, we want to talk about your damage numbers. Those damage numbers are.
Do you play heavy armor
higher?
Bastard Sword? Let's go.
Like, are you playing heavy armor Bastard Sword? You don't have to lie to me. If you're playing heavy armor Bastard Sword, it's okay.
What?
Yeah, are you a heavy? Are you a heavy Bastard Sword? Like, it's okay. I'm not even complaining.
We don't judge. We listen.
We don't judge. You got MVP, but at the same time, you're supposed to be one of our damaging players here. And you
are you one of those? I'm just making sure.
Are you one of those? Do we have to put you on short sword? We saw our short swords do more damage than you, so like, do we have to put you on short sword?
In real life? Huh? No. You want to play Bastard Sword. So behave like one. Do damage. Go.
Be a bastard. Throw the riposte out. Get that wave in. Do a wonderful damage.
Get the wave in.
Don't be a short sword. There's nothing wrong with short swords.
Yeah. No.
The short swords are great.
It's about the technique.
They do supply blocking. They have a wonderful job there, but that's their identity. They do a wonderful job there. Our Bastard Swords, we want them to do damage. That's why they're there. If we wanted you to do anything else, do something else.
Bastard Sword is also for me is like the shadow steps, basically going like where they go all the sides and you be like behind them, be like
dodging around, doing big damage.
Where's your stamina? He's like, and you were like, chill, Jesus.
You're over here with like your Nodachi, and you're trying to keep up with the Bastard Sword, and he's just like, oh yeah, I have infinite stamina. I'm just dodging all the time. I got iframes, and my Nodachi's just like, sprint attack, pray. I'm running Windbreaker set so that I can sprint attack and I get my stamina back. Because otherwise, I just die.
True.
But I mean, so Hyperborea did a great job there, getting a 1-0 victory. Just a league. Good. As we go back to actual teams here, I mean, this was just a wonderful plays by Hyperborea. We saw their positioning was just quite honestly stupendous, and we saw where Sorry Academy at that home plate where they sent 6 people out to go break artillery. They broke 1 artillery. They lost a player, and they're forced to come back. And you see where as they were forced to come back, Hyperborea pushed in. So you have 5 people here running back. One of them, 2 of them carrying the guy on a stretcher, and you're forced to run back. Hey, they're pushing in. Now you got to react to them. It's a very hard spot to be in, and you're a third of your team. So a third of your team now basically out of position, forced to try to regroup and figure out exactly what the hell is going on. That's just a very hard spot to be in. Hyperborea did a wonderful job punishing Story Rangers Academy for being in that opposition. As we go into
the lobby, a lot of green cards. The Codalis are being like, let's go polite charging, guys. Indeed, my friend.
As we see, a lot of Coudaliers starting by Story Rangers Academy. I don't know if anyone told them they're on the attack. They aren't sallying here. They are trying to get in the fief. So a little bit interesting there, as Hyperborea having stalwarts. They're stalling with the stalwarts.
I mean, this might be selling with the amount of cuff they're having.
I don't think Hyperborea is looking. I mean, if Hyperborea sallies with this unicomp that they're starting with, I mean, this is one of the unicomps of all time to sally with. You're definitely getting trebbed. Definitely getting trebbed. But we'll see exactly how that goes down. But definitely see. We'll probably just see a standard A-hold. And oh, hello once again. Oh, we're back.
The classic just show your face. I was munching on something and he was like showing my face. He was trying to catch me off guard, but I was like,
Cameraman's trying to get a little bit of payback on Brooder for what we don't know, but there might be some beef there that we'll find out.
Always trying to catch the other. If you can throw him under the bus, why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you? Huh? Protecting him from the bus, not funny at all. Throwing him under it, really
funny. As we go into, I mean, this is like a pretty standard stuff by both sides. Hyperborea is going to do. Oh, sorry, I have a yawn. Hyperborea looks to be doing the same thing that Story Rangers Academy did, where they're placing artillery on that left wall, going to be breaking those trebuchets over there, and doing, the normal thing we just saw earlier. Let's see if Hyperborea, though, has practiced their artillery placement and will be breaking these trebs. I mean, doesn't look like Story Rangers Academy is climbing with anybody or really doing anything about the culverts placed by Hyperborea. Maybe a little bit of a misplay here. Trap coming out now, so does look like they will be able to get one of these culverts. Let's see how lucky this culvert is. So far, dodging left or right, has dodged 4 balls. 5th one comes in, miss. 6th one, 7. Oh my god! Oh,
the last one. And it's gone.
Some legroom. Treb hits come in there. They do find the culvert, and the culvert was dodging left and right there. Was narrowly dodging them. We saw 4 of them barely miss. Unfortunately, it does go down there. Now, only 1 Treb being used to deal with this artillery. God, Treb having yawns today. Everywhere, it looks like they will be just very cleanly getting these trebs down. They've already broken 1, working on the second one, basically at 1 HP already. So now getting that second treb down. Also, Hyperborea losing one of their members. I think he fell off the wall. Yikes. Ajax. I believe Ajax was our MVP of last match, so our MVP has fallen off the wall and died. Unfortunate for him. As we go wait for these. Very unfortunate for her. This tower hasn't landed. It is right there. It is.
But it's catching traps.
It is catching some trebs. Hey guys, have we figured out that this tower hasn't landed? We're like all patiently waiting for this tower to land. I mean, if the tower landed, they could have gone forward and broken this artillery. It does look like the artillery might have ran out of ammo as Hyperborea running away from it. Wow, this battering ram is 1 HP and will be able to break the gate. Amazing job by Storage's Academy there. Crazy that that was able to live with 1 HP. I mean, Hyperborea could have shot anything and maybe get a musket up there, bomb it. Probably could have broken that, but you'll see exactly how.
Are they going for the big? I expect.
This looks like a breach push by Storage's Academy. And I mean, they do have the. They still don't have a tower landed, by the way. Wait, no, that tower is landed. Okay, never mind. I am blind, visually blind. That tower has landed.
Just look at the mini map. If they're yellow, then you're fine. You don't even.
Yeah, I didn't want to look at the map. Maybe it's a little small for my liking, but look, it looks like Storage's Academy is just going back to this back supply, doing one of the more traditional pushes. We haven't seen it in a while, but doing this traditional back supply push. Probably going to go to the other supply to supply. You have a good supply route there. You can pull a unit. It's a lot faster of a rotation. We love fighting back here for them, especially since the Hyperborea has broken those right side traps. There is one with 1 HP remaining. Fortunately from Hyperborea, did not break that last trap down there, but it is at 1 HP, so maybe they'll send a musket or a long switch to longbow and just start shooting. Oh, nope, they broke it. All right. So 3 traps have been broken by Hyperborea. Great job by them. Storage's Academy doing a very slow push around back here as they slowly gather their forces.
They're going for A or supply? I suspect
they're going to supply. They're definitely going to supply. Going the long way? Short Sword just wanted to check back there, make sure there was nobody back there. Luckily, there is nobody. As they set up the artillery. Okay. This is something we don't see teams usually do. We are setting up an artillery barrage back here. I mean, this is definitely a very good artillery spot. You get basically the entire map here. So great job by Storage's Academy realizing that they could just set up an artillery barrage here. Definitely some of these mortars are a little bit far forward than I would like to see. But, I mean, it's still going to do wonderful work here. Hopefully they get a lot of shots off.
Good. If they would manage to have a trap there inside of the units, that would be hitting good, right?
Yeah, I think the frontal traps definitely hit that street there. The right side traps would struggle. The left side traps would do great if they were alive. But yeah, I mean, this is like a pretty good position. We definitely we haven't seen this kind of positioning by any teams. As now, Storage's gets actually just jumped on. The Cav by Hyperborea gets 1 C member and goes down. The only losing one of the members does get the Yorkist Cavalry. Plume Guard walking forward, realizing, hey. So, only losing 1 player there. Does lose quite a bit. Actually, one of those mortars is still alive, surprisingly enough. So, only 1 player getting cut out from Storage's Academy. Definitely a good push by Hyperborea. Unfortunately, I mean, only getting 1 player there. We're trading for your Yorkist unit. Not the greatest of trades. Not terrible, though. Definitely a lot better than it could have been. As now Storage's has realized, hey, what if we get pushed like that again? Has moved a lot more of their units into this alleyway. So we'll see where exactly how this goes. So we wait. I mean, Storage's Academy has to do a push here soon, right? 6 minutes on the clock.
So much time, and even their arty then they're back because they didn't pay attention for some people rotating and getting the arty there.
Yeah. I mean, they still have. I mean, they have 6 minutes, but I mean, you've seen this map where if you do a push, you get so low on time and you're scrambling. It becomes pretty easy for defenders on the 8-point defense as they now as we start speaking about it, they finally start pushing forward here. Story Academy flaming these stalwarts, immediately pushing forward in here. Iron Reapers charging, Flail Reaper charging in there. You see the Yen Dao's going crazy as the shields meet shields, the flames meet flames. That's like a cab going straight through for Coudaliers. Love that from Story Academy, going straight through. Unfortunately, Hyperborea didn't have any rear guard defense there. But it looks like this is going pretty in favor of Story Academy so far. The Reapers going a little bit far forward. We'll get started getting poked by these phalanx. And Reapers do not like getting phalanx poked, but it does look like the Reapers are actually going slowly through. The Plume Guard has made it to the front, so they will be able to take for those Reapers there. And this looks very in favor of Story Academy. Running forward here, down to 8 Hyperborea, so 10 to 8 as players keep going down. Hyperborea keeps falling there. This looks very good for Story Academy. They have to start getting the supply, though. There is a stalwart on the supply, slowing it down. Now the capture starts happening. Story getting this supply. They do get touched by the Hyperborea member, gets on there, stopping the supply capture. It's going to be very hard for it. It's Coudalier charge going through it. A little bit slower of a Coudalier charge, but it does have a Coudalier charge to get into those Berserkers. A little bit of a respectful cav. Unfortunately, not fully respectful, but still a little respectful as now. Story Academy getting that A point, still fighting at the supply here. Hyperborea trying to get back onto this supply, making sure that Story Academy does not get captured. Phalanx rotating to kill those.
They're getting back at it.
And the surrounding is happening, but Hyperborea keeps trickling into this point, and I don't know if I like this play from Hyperborea. This looks like Story Academy will be getting in as the Yen Dao clean through these Rattan pikemen here. Happy to retreat back though, as Yen Dao, as good as they are, will slowly fall to this Rattan pikes. So yeah, once again, Story is winning out that exchange here now. Regrouping, a little bit of a fast rotation here, not taking any time, immediately rotating to the other supply. We do see a Hyperborea short sword on the supply. Coudaliers will be charging into the Yen Dao, and those Yen Dao are going to be taking heavy losses there. I believe that Coudalier got all the way through. Kind of hard to tell. There is a massive tree there. That tree is not bald. Unfortunately, in bloom, summertime bloom. Look, it actually looks like fall time bloom. Fall time losing leaves. As we go to our unit trade, I mean, Story Academy. I mean, this is just looking quite in favor of C here. Massive gold lead, which we saw last match, but now the purple lead is only a 100 unit gap. And this is looking really good for Story Academy, and we might see a little bit of grasslands here.
I hope we're getting to see grasslands again. Good old field battle. So the cameraman gets stressed again. So I can call him out and get back at him.
And I try to catch you eating, and now you could catch him with his camera.
Missing a point. Being like, it was so obvious of a push. Everybody would have seen this and focused on it, but you decided to show the back end of the map.
Hey man, I was very entranced by the Rattan Rangers and what they were shooting at. You know, you never know what people will bring. If I see a Rattan Rangers, I want to see what that guy's doing the entire match. So, as we go through this here. Hey, arty phase, 5 minutes, 45 seconds. Arty phase is arty phase. Not really much to talk about. A little bit of deathmatch happening at the bottom there. Sorry that okay, a little bit more exciting than just an artillery phase. Reapers slowly walking away. You know, heavy armor makes that guy got hit by a mortar. Gets down, but he gets back up again.
The love.
Mm-hmm.
Aye. The mortar spam is real.
The mortar spam is real here. Going, firing back and forth. Story Academy is pretty far pushed forward here. Forcing Hyperborea to not sit in that tunnel as they walk forward. It looks like we'll have a full engagement. Doppelsonder silence comes out, but nobody's capitalizing on this silence as the fight starts raging on. The Dagger Oh, never mind the Dagger. Dagger are a little confused here by Hyperborea as they now go in. Little gentlemanly cap. But the flames from Hyperborea cooking straight into the middle of Story Droids Academy and not a single... No, we got a Bastard Sword onto the flames there. Strap coming in. The Bastard Sword was Poleaxe ulted. Rough justice for him. Flames still by Hyperborea doing wonderful damage into Story Enjoyers. And finally they go down there. But it doesn't look like those flames were enough as Story Enjoyers Academy is rocking straight through Hyperborea. The Cav is trying to come in and do something here, but these stalwarts will hold strong as the Dagger Axe goes. The Enya down from behind, though, charging up into the backline, fully charged, goes in. Phalanx will break, not in time there, doing a lot of back charge damage there, but it doesn't look like it will be enough as a lot of these units are still standing after that charge. Claymores trying to do some work here. It is 10 to 10. Unit killed. Unit heroes alive, looking fairly even. Units looking fairly gone as well. It looks like Story Droids Academy will be forced to regroup here. Trev coming in, getting a direct hit. No hard GV, killing his own teammate of Babas. Scootaliers going into those stalwarts there. The stalwarts holding strong. As the Couteliers, unfortunately, were not able to go fully through them. And Story Droids Academy will be forced to regroup here. 3.5 minutes on the clock, but I mean, 300 unit advantage, so we'll see exactly how this goes here. I mean, beautiful work here. As they saw a little bit of sally out, Anya Dow's once again getting caught by the Couteliers. Story Droids Academy really got to figure out where their Anya Dow are positioned. They keep getting Coutelier charged by Hyperborea. I mean, this unit trade is looking still fairly in favor of Story Droids Academy. They just need to get this push in with only 3 minutes on the clock. They got to be very fast here, not do really much of an artillery phase. And you'll see how much of a Hyperborea has to really hold here. 253 units, so looks like it is mostly stalwarts. It does look like they have a Modao and a Yanya Dao as their gold. So good units there, but this will be a lot relying on these Couteliers from Hyperborea to really hold on to the defense here. As we go farther forward into this, as we wait patiently for Story Droids Academy. Looks like they have fully grouped up now, and will start their push very soon here. Okay, for the Reapers leading the charge as they should. We'd love our damaging unit leading the charge. Someone's got to figure out what they're doing. Doppelhunter Science comes out, gets the stalwarts. They will not be able to brace there, so gets the brace in. And Yadao going through the stalwart line. Flames by Story Droids Academy, cooking that stalwart line alive as Story Droids Academy starts walking forward. The Couteliers at the back, they're charging through, and they go straight through Hyperborea's defensive line as Story Droids Academy just runs all the way through Hyperborea, but there's only a minute and 40 seconds on the clock. This looks very close as Story Droids, but actually not really close at all, as Story Droids Academy is heavily winning with a lot of units. The Dagger Axe Lancers from Hyperborea trying to get through, but the stalwarts will turn and brace and deal with another Dagger Axe coming through as well. Does look like it barely narrowly misses the main blob there. The Phalanx cleaning up the rest of it. The Cav unfortunately not able to fully clear this point, and Story Droids Academy has a very strong hold on this home point here. Hyperborea trying to stall. They have here 8 heroes alive with a minute remaining, going almost half captured here, still stalling the best they can. Slowly, kind of the short sword is on this point. Slowly, as long as the Ironsides looking like they finally wore off. Another short sword pops Ironside, tries to get back on this point here. They're stalling with all their might, but with 50 seconds left, with only 4 of them alive, this is going to look very hard for Hyperborea to remain here. 45 seconds, 1 Hyperborea member is alive. It's a musket. Oh, Chakte, oh, Hawk, please get on this point. Be our savior. Be the musket we all know you can be. And he goes down. This will be 1-1, and we will be going to a grasslands.
Let's make it quick with the team stats and the post battle so we can go in the grasslands as fast as possible.
As we go to our MVP of Zumbaka, 2214, 186 unit kills. Amazing MVP here. Wonderful stats as we go to No Hard GV as our most valuable assist point. This was the guy who trebbed and killed his own teammate of Babas. So 3014 with 114 unit kills. Wonderful job by our Glaive player doing wonderful damage there. As we see Uu Tusana as our most valuable tank there, taking quite a bit of damage, taking almost 5 million damage, taking about 4.9 million damage, taking doing quite wonderful stats as we go to the Hyperborea side. Berserk mode going 4-3, 493 unit kills. Wonderful job by Berserk mode, doing wonderful stats here. As we go down to Monty Mango as our most valuable contribution points. Short sword doing short sword thing, probably did a lot of supply blocking. Also did 4 hero kills, so did quite a bit of hero kills, but I probably got some really good Kudalier charges in there. As we go up to Slay as our Polex player, 5-2-3, 73 unit kills. Not the highest of damage. We all know this is Polex, but still did wonderful job there getting that S rank, 5 hero kills. Still did wonderful. Probably did a lot of the choking for the classic. As we go to our post-battle analysis, C as our red line. And you can see these fights were very even here, just barely edging out for C in the victor, where Hyperborea just lost a little bit more units in every single one of these engagements here. Hero kills, 12 difference there, where C just killed a little bit more of Hyperborea, but still not enough to really sway a fight there. Just seemed like Story Rangers Academy found their footing, got their landing, went into these fights fully grouped up, and was able to beat the Hyperborea in a 15 versus 15. Did a lot of flanking as well. So while Hyperborea did really good on their positioning, getting a lot of those flanks in, Story Rangers Academy was able to really stay as a group and push through wonderfully. Great job by Story Rangers Academy, but this was a very close match. We'll see exactly how this grass lands, though. I mean, this grasslands could go really either way. This did look very in favor of Hyperborea. I mean, winning in their attack by quite a few amount of time. I mean, I think it was 5.5 minutes, and now almost winning on their defense where it was, 40 seconds remaining. I mean, this is still going to be very hard fought for Story Rangers Academy going into this grasslands.
But right now, HP is looking a little bit stronger, with White Egg being very attacker friendly in the matches, and it was closer for HP defense. So, and organization wise, like field battles are so hard and you need to coordinate so well. So for a team not playing that long together, it's going to be a rough thing to pull off against something like HP being there for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be definitely a real test of positioning and coordination. I mean, we saw with that first fight where Hyperborea was on the attack. I mean, their positioning and their coordination was superb. I mean, you can't really complain about it. They did amazing supply blocking, really good at trickling people on that supplies, so Story Rangers Academy was never able to get back and reinforce that A point, and then also getting the home supply on their attack. So I mean, Hyperborea is doing some really well with their positioning and coordination. I really love to see that from teams. So, I mean, C didn't look like they really were doing as advanced strategies of that coordination you would love to see other teams where we're sending the supply blockers and we're slowly trickling down. Seems like they're a little bit shaky on that front, but definitely with the 15 coordinated pushes, they still did very good there, winning basically every fight. But Grasslands isn't going to be a 15 vs 15. This is more skirmishes, more of like 5v5, maybe an 8v4, these lower numbers where a third of your team is fighting a third of their team, and maybe we got to rotate to a different spot. I mean, it's going to be a lot harder for them to show up against Hyperborea, because Hyperborea seemed very good with how their positioning was, and definitely trusted each other a lot more. Whereas Story Rangers Academy, they trust each other, but they trust each other when they are in the blob. They don't really seem like they trust each other going off on their own.
Let's see.
So,
Old field. Oh.
we will definitely see. Let's definitely see how this goes. I mean, we still got some time before this goes.
What do you expect on field battle to see?
Man, we could see. Judging by how coordinated Hyperborea is going, I would think that they go an AC split. We do see teams that love this AC split when you're a little bit more coordinated. Definitely requires that coordination, that teamwork, because when you're going an AC split, and if you fail that AC split, you're going to that far point and you fail, you have to figure out what you're doing from there. You can't really rush to B, because if they're going B and close point, They're already set up at B. It's going to be very hard for your close point people getting over there and your far point people getting over there. It's very hard to really recover there unless you are really good. But I mean, Hyperborea has some really good coordination, so maybe they can still go this AC and recover from a failed AC. I would think C goes a B close point. It's just a safer play. You know, you could play a little bit safer there, get your close point, get your B point, and then you just kind of win off of that. You don't have to really worry about rotations as much. You just kind of defend your points, and as long as you hold your 2 points, you win the game. Yeah, you would like to get a little bit of capture point on the enemy side so that it's like a little blanket there, but you could still win by the B close point hold. As we still wait here. This field battle should be happening fairly shortly here. I mean, it should be happening fairly shortly here because this will be delaying a little bit of the tournament. Field battles always.
It's normal. If the field battle, you basically gamble with the organization being 1 hour, basically for the best of 3. Yeah, best of 3. And then,
yeah, I mean, if this was Halong Fjord, you know, we saw those Halong Fjord battles ended with 20 minutes remaining.
Yeah.
We would probably be able to get this field battle and still have a 5-minute intermission. So, I mean, this is
we had
whiteout.
also Halong Fjord ending in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So then we had like 40 minutes left after. Happens.
Yes. So like Halong Fjord is such a fast map compared to like all the other ones. I mean, this is White Elk. Takes a little bit more of the time. So, but it's still very good. We always love to see the grasslands, even if it delays our tournament, just that little bit of time here. And we will, in fact, be getting a little bit delayed, but that's okay. We love getting a little bit of delayed for a little bit more of an action-packed grasslands. But we'll see exactly how these 2 teams perform. I mean, this is an AC split, maybe a B. I don't know. Maybe some team will surprise me and go B far point, which would be the most wild of strats played if you're going B far point instead of going B close point. But I mean, maybe they've thought of something different.
Maybe they're using the 5-head, being like
they're 5-head, and
the new strategy. Should all do it.
You know, you think your enemy team is going to be going AC, so you send 3 people to B and you send 12 people to far point. I mean, you're going to win the far point, but now you've lost close point, and they're going to get that supply, so it's going to be a lot harder. I don't know. It'd be a interesting play for sure. I doubt any team's going to do that, but it would be a very interesting play. As we wait a little bit longer. I mean, we still have. Oh, let me just go do a quick. I just got my. Hold on. I got my information. We're going in shortly. So, we go into this very soon here of Hyperborea versus Story of Joy's Academy. Scroll too far up on the ban list. Let's see exactly how these comps are going to look. You know, being brought up by Hyperborea. Very interesting to be bringing Orochi to a field battle. We'll also see Azaps. We do see Genkuro there disconnect. I don't know if we will be seeing a reform. I see a chariot. I see a chariot by Genkuro, Hyperborea member. Surely. Okay, so definitely Hyperborea will be doing an AC split. You are not bringing chariot on any stage unless you're going to the far point. Chariot being the fastest way in the game to get anywhere. But I mean, it's still chariot, so we'll see exactly how that goes. But I mean, Hyperborea also bringing a lot of Orochi, bringing some Azaps, bringing a lot of Cav, even some companion Cav as well. Very Cav focused by Hyperborea, where Soldier's Academy a lot more infantry focused. So Genkuro once again leaving the battle. Hopefully that man is able to get back into the match and it's not forced into a infinite loading screen. Once we go into our grasslands, cutscene here, our trees looking wonderful, the wind looking like it's blowing over that one tree, but this side looking fairly calm with the winds. This tree getting absolutely blown around, but the other tree's stiff. Oh, never mind, there's a tree over here getting blown around a little bit. Wind a little bit confused of where it's going. Beautiful. As we go into this matchup, it does look like Genkuro was able to get back that chariot, getting all the way to that C point as we saw early, as we discussed earlier, going far point. But the companion cav will be able to meet him, and companion cav really loves getting to this chariot. And Story Enjoyers Academy will be doing AC, where it goes split. I mean, the Hyperborea, yeah, this A fight is going to be the main fight we are concerned about. Look at this, a massive army battling over here. York is getting a little bit out of position by Hyperborea. And we have the team swap. So now red is Story Enjoyers Academy, blue is Hyperborea. We're going to get a little confused with that on the tops there. Hopefully we get, I'll figure out who is who as we go on. Didn't realize that. Hopefully I didn't make a mistake earlier, but Story Enjoyers Academy running through this infantry comp. Wonderful job immediately clearing this A point here. We'll get it very cleanly. Story Enjoyers Academy getting a little bit stalled out here. We'll be able to get the supply block as well. But I mean, Story Enjoyers Academy, I mean, Hyperborea getting onto this B point. The ISG trying to hold on to the chariot, charging straight through the ISG. Look at it go. It's drifting everywhere. It's completely destroying these ISG as it goes on. And its merry way going to the supply point. 2 points in favor of Story Enjoyers Academy. It does look like they are just going straight to this home point, realizing, hey, we don't care about this B point anymore. We're just going straight to home. Immediately, the companion cav charging onto these phalanx, doing massive damage. Companion cav not really care too much about this phalanx, especially when they're going into the back of them. And I mean, now it is 2-0 in favor of Hyperborea. Sorry, these names being swapped always messes me up here. But there's Modao stacked upon Modao, stacked upon Modao, stacked upon phalanx. The Yan Yadao going into the Modao. Not going to do too much damage. It is Modao there. As one goes down, forced to retreat back. Yan Yadao into the back. The Orochi try to meet them, but it looks like the Orochi were not in line. Will go down as well as Hyperborea. Now, Story Enjoyers Academy runs into the Hyperborea's line, and the Dagger Axe Slasher is going in as well. It's surrounding the anti-cav, holding strong from Hyperborea here, trying their best to hold on to this point, but Story Enjoyers Academy is going through this, looking like they will be able to get some home point capture. And where is the rest of Hyperborea? As now, actually, Story Enjoyers Academy getting their home point capture down to 73%. As there's double exchanges. Let's go over to the Story Enjoyers Academy side. That's 60% there. Looking very in favor. As we go over to the other side, this is a very engaging fight happening. It looks like also Story Enjoyers Academy losing this fight over here as well. The respawns are coming in here. Hyperborea having the immense Arbalest going in as well. Hopefully the Story Enjoyers Academy sends their cap into these the Arbalest, and they will, and then the Arbalest killing most of that Arbalest. Yorkus going in, dismounting onto these stalwarts, and the Modao Double Blade doing wonderful work here. Berserkers trying to clear up these Yorkus. Yorkus dismounted being one of the better units on dismounted, but there's a lot of units here looking very rough for Story Enjoyers Academy to get back onto this point. They are slowly stalling it out. And Hyperborea is running out of units, only having one unit of Modao remaining. Stalwarts looking very thin, as now Story Enjoyers Academy now gets the stalwarts onto the point there, so they will be stalling very wonderfully. It's still looking like this will be Hyperborea's game here, 60% to 96%, looking very in favor of Story Enjoyers. Story Enjoyers now it's in favor of Hyperborea here. As these points still going on, I believe a ballista is in point of the Story Enjoyers Academy's home base. Points starting to transfer over. B going in favor of red team, where blue team is trying to get that A point. It doesn't look like a fan out. It does look like Hyperborea was able to defend their home point there. Will be going in, and also will be going into a full reset here. Fight happening at that A point though. A massive fight happening over there. And this is going to be just the hard part of the cameraman here. There's just fights happening everywhere on these home points. Chariot was dismounted and it will go down. Fights happening. Oh, and I'll go to the B point here. B will be going in favor of the Hyperborea team. This is looking very rough going into the straight here. And I mean, 900 to 800 looking very even so far. Definitely in favor of... Just look at even. I don't know if this is really a favorable for either side here. So maybe just in favor of red, having a little bit more units, but it's only a 40 unit difference, and that's really in favor of greens. I mean, grays. As the Yin Yadao going into these Yorkists, clear straight through them. Beautiful Yorkist play here. As Hyperborea, now Starry Joy's Academy gets back onto this B point here. Looking like Hyperborea is actually just full on leaving this B point. As Story Joy's Academy gets in here, Hyperborea getting in the Dagger Axe, gets in there. The Coutelier did a great side charge, clearing a lot of the units. Story Joy's Academy getting a little bit stuck on the barricades at the back there, trying to figure out if they want to go forward or if they want to go backwards. Will I stay or will I go now? As the Yenya go right through those stalwarts. Hopefully they braced in time, but those stalwarts look like they took massive damage there. As now Story Joy's Academy sets up here, they have the immense Arbalest shooting in there, but the Cav coming into their back plate. Cav doing a little trot through the infantry there. Story Joy's Academy trying to get their infantry back onto this point here. It is a mosh pit for this B point. The C point is going to go into favor of... okay, we're a little bit of mosh pitting here. Points are... the points at the top are converting back and forth. A point getting almost half captured here from Hyperborea, getting that A point captured. Looking very dire straits for Story and Joy's Academy as Hyperborea now gets full control of this B point. A point getting 75% captured. They need to get somebody on this point and just stall it out. It does look like there's two people on there. There we go. Almost getting to a triple cap for Hyperborea there. As Story Joy is scrambling for these control points here.
It's one of the wildest field battles I ever witnessed. Holy moly, the amount.
So wide. There is skirmishes happening everywhere. Our cameraman doesn't know where to look. I believe C point is maybe our spot we need to be looking at here. Maybe not. There's only one guy fighting there. He's holding strong. The Bastard Sword with his claymores doing wonderful work here. Do a little bit of Coutelier in the back doing charges there. Great job by him. That Bastard Sword is holding on. Wonderful. Getting... Oh, the Couteliers go straight through the Dagger Axe there. Doing wonderful work. And I mean, Story Joy's Academy is doing a great job trying to get hit. The Couteliers a little bit stuck there, confused there. Doing a little bit of politeness walking through. As now the Modao come onto this point here by Hyperborea. We'll be trying to get to this point. Couteliers coming back in again, slam straight into a barricade. Flames and Modao by Hyperborea onto this point here, trying to do wonderful work here. But I mean, Flames only guarded by Modao. They will be going down very, very quickly here. Actually, the Flames holding on for quite a long time here. Bastard start trying to get back to him. Dual Blades now gets back on, gets onto them. Now it is just a stalwart versus a Modao. Heroes playing their hearts out at this C point, be going back into favor of Storage. Coutelier strategy straight through, gets that guy's horse, but doesn't kill him. Crazy happening. What's going on at the A point? The supply on the other side of the map. As we go over here, Story Joy's Academy walking from A point down onto the supply points. Hyperborea trying to hold onto the supply point here. As I mean, this mosh pit's happening. It doesn't look like Story Joy's Academy will be able to get onto the supply. There is a Claymore stalling its heart out, doing wonderful work, but this will be going in favor of Story Joy's Academy. C point still trying to be fought over. Doesn't look like there's any respawns happening. Also, Hyperborea only having 6 people alive. Looking very dire for Hyperborea. I mean, 6 people alive. The Story Joy's Academy 14. A little bit of a skirmish happening on the B point. Couteliers lining up, getting their charge, being very polite. And polite charge over this point here. Will I charge? I will charge. Got Ajax there. Coutelier, another good Coutelier charge actually goes straight to the point. These dual short swords are trying to hold on for dear life. They will not be able to hold on, as this B point will be going in favor of Story Joy's Academy, and that will be a triple cap happening very shortly here. Hyperborea has to now try to get back onto these points. I mean, their home points already has a stalwart unit from Story Joy's Academy on this point, doing wonderful stalls. Holding this point very good here. 2 people from Hyperborea alive. The triple cap has commenced. We will be slowly ticking down. And Hyperborea just does not have the heroes' lives remaining. Only 2 of them alive. And where are they at? The unit's
Dead,
looking
I
dire.
Died
and
3 times in oldie.
There are 3 deaths. Hyperborea will be going down here. And this will be Story Enjoyers Academy winning out here. Wonderful work by Story Enjoyers Academy. Looked very rough going into that White Elk Fortress, but now have proven they are a dominant in a grasslands. Our MVP being B from Story Enjoyers Academy. 4-2 and 13, 184 unit kills by our Bastards player. Wonderful job by him. As we go to the bottom, where we have Kaijax as our most valuable tank and our most valuable contribution points, I believe that is. Yep, the useless one, contribution points. Double MVP by Kaijax. Wonderful work. As we'll go up to Ake, who is our Bastard Sword. 8, 2, and 6. Beautiful amount of hero kills by our Bastard Sword player here. 626,000 hero damage. Wonderful work by Ake here. Also a streamer. You guys should check him out for other casting. I believe he might be casting another matchup going into this. As we go over to the story, as we go over to the Hyperborea side, Berserk mode, 2, 3, and 6, 132 unit kills. Did wonderful work as our Bastard Sword player, doing 380,000 hero damage. Great job by him. Genkaro as our most valuable assist player, going 4, 2, and 8, 59 unit kills. Doing wonderful short sword stuff there. Did pretty all right stats. I mean, when you're a stat point, when you're assist player, you're going for stats. I believe this was also our Chariot player that we saw earlier. So he was one of the reasons that the Hyperborea was able to get that C point at the start, and then did a lot of that B clearing with the Chariot. So a lot of crowd control by that Chariot player. And then our third MVP will be Otiak as our 027, 100 in unit kills. Just a short sword, doing short sword things, doing a wonderful job there. I believe he did a lot of the stalling on these supplies, trying to hold on as long as possible, just wasn't enough. 44 Orochi kills though. Post-battle analysis, red is going to be Story Enjoyers Academy. And I mean, these fights are so even. Look at this chart. I mean, it could have gone either way this entire fight here, but the main deciding factor was the hero kills by Story Enjoyers Academy. Story Enjoyers Academy got 40 hero kills to Hyperborea's 26 hero kills. I mean, this is just Story Enjoyers Academy just did a wonderful job killing heroes on grasslands. And then really, when you're down, even with these fights being as even as they were, if you win the hero trades, you will win the matchup. You go to 3 deaths, you are out. 40 kills, which means only maybe 5 people were on their last life. And when there was 2.5 minutes on the clock, 5 people holding on for 2 minutes, it's just not going to happen. So Story Enjoyers Academy winning out the PvP, the hero battle, the hero lives battle. And now Story Enjoyers will be going 2-1, and we'll be proceeding on. A wonderful job by Story Enjoyers Academy.
Holy moly. That was the field battle in a life.
Yes, I mean, once again, this was a skirmish happening everywhere. You had no idea where to be looking. We had Story Enjoyers getting Hyperborea's home, and then Hyperborea getting Story Enjoyers home, and then we're fighting over A, we're fighting over C, we're fighting over B, we're fighting over home again, we're fighting over supply. Where are we going? We're everywhere. What's happening? And it was just action everywhere on the map. Couldn't keep up with it. Cameraman struggling, but we did a wonderful job there, keeping up with quite everything that happened. Just wonderful gameplay. And then Story Enjoyers Academy winning out in the end there with that hero trades. I mean, what more can you ask for from a grasslands? That was just beautiful. Beautiful.
Overall, like action-packed match in history, or for now, for the CBL tournament, for now it was the most action-packed thing we could witness and wish for, in my opinion. Jesus. Just the amount of things going on your screen, and even if you have 3 cameras, I think you're gonna miss something, because all 3 points being fight on, and then also people on both endgames, caps. So
NCAP.
5 points you can focus on. Jesus. How?
Yeah, I mean,
Just imagine the comms inside of the team being like, hey, guys, A, no, B, no, NCAP, no, C. Okay, never mind.
A, B, C, home, supply. I mean, literally,
ABC.
A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, like, everywhere was having a fight going on. I don't know how any team is going to really stay coordinated during that. I mean, maybe if they are all just like proximity chat, be able to coordinate with each other, because like that was just a real crazy showing by both sides going in there. I mean, we saw Hyperborea on their attack of White Ox seem very coordinated with this, and we would assume that Hyperborea would have won in that kind of engagement style where, you know, everyone's running everywhere, the battlefield's a complete chaos. But Story Rangers Academy actually showing up and being like, oh, we actually thrive in this chaos. And I mean, just won out. It was a beautiful job by them, winning out for them. And I mean, now we're going to the, but enough about that. We're GBK versus Kermit. The French are going to be fighting with the French Civil War is going to be happening here. We got to get into this. So let's go quickly over the bands here as we wait for the Halong Fjord to be going in here. This was, once again, this is Halong Fjord, so this will be a lot faster of a matchup. And, you know, but hopefully it doesn't go to another grasslands as we go into this. The bands being Queen's Knights, Raton Vipers, Shenji Grenadiers, Yellow Turban Chanters, Doppelsander, and Lion War Crew with a save of Spartans and Phalanx. I mean, this is looking pretty standard bands. I'm kind of... Flames not being banned, but Yellow Turbans being banned will mean Flames love this. I mean, Flames love having the Yellow Turbans banned. They love the Doppelsaunders being banned. I guess, yeah, Flames don't really mind Doppelsaunders, but they still like them being banned. The Spartans being saved kind of counters Flames a little bit. Spartans don't really care too much about Flames, but still the rest of it's pretty... all Cav is open. It's Halong Fjord. We love Halong Fjord Cav. Hopefully, the Cav will be a little bit polite, or maybe it'll be a little bit more aggressive here to get in this matchup compared to Locos and Lynx, where it was a little bit more cavalry friendly, polite Cav as we go into that. But I mean,
so I would like to charge, but only... Sir,
I would like to charge here. But yeah,
are you ready to get charged? No.
Are you ready to get charged? I am approaching your rear, sir.
Please
do not turn around. Please do not turn around. I am approaching your rear, and I wish to charge through.
Maybe it's like, Canadian cavalry.
Yeah, it's Canadian cav.
Way too friendly. Being like,
they're riding on moose, and they're just charging through. I was like, Canadians. Oh, sorry. You said you didn't want to be back charged. My fault, gang. I'm actually not going to back charge you. You can turn to face me, and then I'll charge you.
So. I think it's so funny that every country has where people be like calling some bullshit over a country, and for Canada, the worst thing people say is they're too nice.
They're too nice.
They're just nice.
Okay, they're just nice.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, with GBK versus Kermits, I mean, we'll see who raises. I mean, we might see this be a 1-0, and then the other team raises a white flag.
There's no. This is gonna be full out civil war. There's gonna be baguettes left, right, punches, sucker punches. Even
we might see a little bit of rule breaking.
Punches.
Maybe somebody brings some war rockets and comets. I mean, maybe a crow gets placed. Who knows?
If they can, they would go full out war. No.
Yeah, full out war. No punches pulled. You're going straight through. Yeah. And no more of this polite cavalry. We're charging all the way through.
No, we're charging even your grandma if she's staying back in the. Doesn't matter. Get charged.
Doesn't matter.
Your full family charge.
Well, whole family. Charge straight through.
Little children, no hope. I don't care. He can see merci or we charged.
Charged. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm very excited to see that. Hopefully, this match will be happening. Hopefully, we'll be getting into this lobby fairly soon here. I mean,
gonna be.
I'm getting word that we will be, in fact, going in very shortly here. By our wonderful cameraman, it looks like we'll be going in within like 5 to 10 seconds.
We just have a tell-in. It's just a couple of seconds.
That's just in. We should be going up right now as we go into this. As we go in, I'm already seeing I thought I saw some Helot Auxiliary, and I do see Helot Auxiliary being brought by Silistra. Also a longsword player. So we are longsword and Helot Auxiliary. We are zooming with these Helots. Zooming. Helot's giving that 20% speed buff, and longsword also giving a 20% speed buff. So that is very fast units. Our Reapers love going that fast. And I mean, Reapers love going that fast because every single person on Kermit is bringing a Reaper besides 3 people. So they love these Helots, and this longsword giving a little bit of movement speed buff there. GBK. Nothing really standing out. I mean, it looks like fairly standard position, standard comps here. Yeah, I mean, these are fairly standard comps. No French unit. Oh, did I hear that?
Sorry.
No French unit brought by GBK.
Could be.
I do see Doppelsonder brought by Kermit. Wait, no.
Doppelsonder are German, but nice try.
You know, close enough. No, German, French.
No.
Whatever. Maybe we'll see a little bit of Kriegsbruder later. I don't know, man.
Jeez, Kriegsbruders are also German.
It's close enough, right?
Yeah, but you're doing all the effort to what we Europeans think about Americans. They don't know shit about our history and even.
I don't know anything. They'll bring Kriegsbruder. They'll bring like Yorkist household knights. Maybe they'll bring what's another one that I could? They'll bring in some like Kevtol. There we go. We'll bring in Kevtol. That's French, right?
It's French, right? No, a little bit.
It's like a French unit because it runs a bow and then it runs away, so it's like it's really good at retreating and poking. Like it has to be French.
We're still waiting for the American units, just eating some burgers, getting.
Yeah, where's my American love here? Plume Guard are like our American units. They just stand there. As the shields meet shields, we go into our immediate clash here. Kermit pushes straight into GBK. GBK will do it a lot far forward of a hold here, trying to keep Kermit into this line. A little bit of lag going on. As those shields meet, shields colliding hard. Mortar shots being shot over the plumes, holding strong here. It does look like Kermit's actually very quickly going down. They're unfortunately not being able to go in, but actually no, they're starting to make a little bit of headway into GBK here. The Rattan, the Tiger Leopard charge. The Tiger's jumping in on both sides. It looks like actually Kermit is going straight through the phalanx by Kermit holding strong. Another Tiger Leopard Calf going right through. These players know how to use their Tiger Leopard Calf. Oh my god, somebody teach the other players, but this is how you use a Tiger Leopard Calf. Good charge in here, and then leapy when you get through. Beautiful work by Kermit, going immediately clearing through GBK. GBK forced to immediately give up this A point. I mean, it was a very risky hold, holding that far forward on the A point there. I mean, that looked like it could go either way. It looked like Kermit was losing there, but with the resupply that close, it did go in favor of Kermit. Now GBK forced to go back to this C point area. Let's see exactly. Go. I mean, immediate start to our high action pace of Halong Fjord. Where will GBK defend now? Will they defend the C point, or will they go all the way back to the bungalow? Or the house? I don't know what. Yeah, we gotta get a name for that spot there. I don't like calling it the C supply. I like calling it the bungalow. It's not a bungalow, but I like calling it a bungalow. The War Hall? War Hall. I'm gonna call it the War Hall now.
Is it
See if they go.
Meat hall or met? I don't know.
It could be a meat hall.
Sure.
Could be like a little. Yeah.
Oh, it's Valhalla itself. Huh?
It's Valhalla. Yeah, we'll see if they go behind
Valhalla.
Valhalla. See, they hold strong there. It does look like GBK will be defending the C point here, as Kermit has 9 minutes to be pushing forward here. So plenty of time to set up an artillery phase, and it does look like Kermit's artillery is not able to really reach up to where GBK is. So this is going to definitely be a lot of a hindrance for Kermit here. Actually, no, the Merds are now figuring out how to aim up there. So get a little bit of damage there, but they definitely have the height disadvantage, as a lot of terrain to cover and a lot of elevation as well. So GBK having a little bit of an advantage there. Definitely in a lot more of an open area, so trebs are very vital here. So we wait patiently for the push to start. looks like we're pushing over here. I know this isn't usually the favorite spot to push for attackers. They look more fighting for the stairs, but I mean, maybe Kermit knows something we don't, and they are pushing here. Also, they have spear sergeants. I mean, that is a unit. Also, Kermit having 1, 2, 3, 4 units out. Love that for them. But spear sergeants a little forward here, baiting. Wait, GBK sallying?
Oh,
We have
no
a sally.
French retreating today. I told you they're gonna be pushing this shit.
This is such a risky sally by GBK.
Yeah, it's about showing balls. It's about being the better Frenchman here. Being the better frog.
The better frog starts going in, the push happening into their supply being blocked. Yorkist cavalry charging into the front of Phalanx here. Double Phalanx holding strong here. I mean, this fight is going to rage on. Who will win? Going fairly even here. The Treb landing beautifully here, but it looks like Kermit is just winning this out. The Reapers of GBK are holding as long as they can, but they will not be able to hold on long enough as Kermit runs through them yet again. And I mean, this is looking like a decisive win for Kermit.
Kermit is looking super, yeah, making GBK their piggy, Miss Piggy. This is basically the Sesame Street. And
Did you say Sesame Street? It says a Sesame Street?
Sesame Street, yeah, it's in German, it's Sesamstraße, so sorry for it. My German is
yeah, the Season Street is
it's seasoning.
Kermit's putting some seasoning on GBK. They're having a fine meal. They've made it to Valhalla. GBK looking like they want to be a little bit aggressive yet again, but I don't know about these aggressive plays here. You're on the defense. You could have just held C point, but the sally out. Kudalier is going to the supply. Look at them go. Beautiful. Wonderful work by those Kudaliers. I think they got some Spartans and then charged into Mudao and died. They will be met in Valhalla for their great triumphs. I've been informed that our Valhalla is called a longhouse. Behind the longhouse. It's not. It's not. It's like a regular house, but it's long. So
you know how it is. It's not average sized. It's not small. It's a long house.
Yeah, it's a long house.
One would say Magnum house.
Our Magnum house. I don't know. A Magnum house, and we store a lot of our meat in there, so we could have a lot of drinking games in there in our Magnum house. For yeah. Once again, I mean, GBK set up here. Kermit doing artillery barrage. Will GBK do another sally? They've been playing very far forward here on Halong Fjord. We'll see exactly if they continue play. And they have a Glamour up here forward, but will they do another sally? They have 3 dual blades? Damn. 3 dual blades by GBK. Not doing as much poke as I would have liked them to be doing, but maybe scared of a musket bomb. As we all know, musket bomb is very scary, especially if you get hit by it. Get down on the floor. This mortar phase by Kermit's doing wonders here. They have 8 minutes off the clock. Well, 7 minutes, 45 seconds. So plenty of time to really do this kind of mortar phase. GBK looking a little bit far forward. Gets caught immediately. 1 go down. Rally goes down there. GBK forced to fall back. Ineos also goes down. So 2 of GBK going down. The shoots a dinger from GBK also shooting down. So now the shoots are on cooldown. And Kermit realizing that this has happened, starts pushing their advantage. The ISG walking as far forward as they can, going out into cover command as if shields beat shields. Engagement happening here. Fights a little bit wide here. York is trying to go into the flank. Doesn't look like they got stalled out though. Unfortunately, not able to get as much value as you would like. Spartans trying to walk forward, immediately going into the Modao, dying out as the Reapers going into the Reapers, into the Stalwarts, into the Spartans. And Kermit is walking straight through GBK. GBK is trying to hold on for dear life here, trying to find any unit kills. And in fact, trying to get Kermit below that 1,000. And now GBK running back in. Tiger Leopard Cav charging through, does a good charge, does a great leap as well. York as well getting onto this. Failing so now braced onto that home point. Braced a little bit awkwardly, not as good as you like. Does catch most of the Cav though from GBK. And this is looking very hard for GBK to get back onto the home point. Starting to get captured. Gory at quarter capture. GBK needs to get back onto this home point. Only having 8 heroes live, 250 unit kills, 6.5 minutes. Going to be a very much a struggle here as KERM now getting past the half cap point as they sally back forward, setting up a good perimeter line. With the phalanx set up on the side stairs and the phalanx on the main stairs. There's phalanx everywhere. There's reapers everywhere. And Kermit will be going 1-0 so far on our Long Fjord. MVP from Kermit being Silistra. 1-1-11, 91 unit kills. Not the highest damage from our bastard swords, but still MVP. Also a most valuable assist as well. So he was running all those supporting units. We did see him bring those Hella Auxiliary. That Hella Auxiliary giving that 20% damage reduction at that start of that fight at that 8 point probably helped a lot with the initial damage happening. As we go down to Kermit Pebs as our most valuable contribution points. Our funny metal that does funny things. 007, this man is a secret agent going 64 unit kills, doing 211,000 hero damage, doing wonderful work. As we go into, okay, remember, choose a man that you like here. Choose any of the S ranks. We'll go to Excalibur, 515, 69 unit kills, nice, 430,000 damage dealt. Wonderful work by Excalibur as well by our musket players. Didn't do as much stat padding as normal muskets. Maybe he was running a little bit more of damage there other than stat pads. As we go to the GBK side, MVP Jubai at 023, 83 unit kills with 399,000. Definitely a lot higher of damage by our short swords, maybe running a flame shackle set. As we go to the bottom where we have a Rally GBK as our most valuable tank, taking almost 9 million damage. So wonderful job by Rally. Probably ran a lot of damage taking units, the Plume Guards, maybe some ISG, maybe even Spartans as well. As we'll go into our third shout out on the team, we'll go to Denatax, one of our French streamers here. 003, 34 unit kills. I mean, Denatax as a wonderful streamer doing 107,000 hero damage. Not the greatest from our musket players. Maybe he is also running less throwables and more of a focused fire damaging build, but still not the greatest stats. Still did great. We'll love Denatax. You should check out his stream sometime. He is also one of the French casters when he is not playing. As we go to our post-battle analysis here, red is Kermit. And yeah, I mean, every single one of these engagements, you can see Kermit barely lost any units, where GBK, it just lost so many. And you can even see with hero kills, it's 29-9. This is just so heavily in favor of Kermit. I would be impressed, so impressed if GBK wins on their attack as a switch up here. I mean, beautiful work by Kermit, showing that maybe they are the better French flag. They will not raise the white flag. They will raise the French flag instead and claim this land as their own. And say, we are the better French team.
GBK already playing very aggressively as defenders, so they might be pulling or being more in favor if they're attacking and being like, now it's better fitting for us, and now we can show them those frog leg eating shits from the other side, what we can do with them, and then we should be fine. We want to see
they'll make Kermit their puppet here, and we'll see really what happens. I mean, GBK was playing this very aggressive to the point where, I mean, they were taking some fights where it really was not in their favor. I mean, fighting that far forward on A is very gambly. You're a lot further from your supply than the enemy is. And I mean, that's to the point where you're going to get double pulled on. And unless your short swords are doing wonderful work supply blocking, you're going to slowly lose that point. And then going to the C Sally, I mean, you're on a hill and you brought a lot of phalanx. You brought a lot of pointing sticks. Your pointing sticks don't really like aiming down. It's not really the greatest of spots for you to fight. So I would have loved to see them, in fact, fight on the C point or just fight more on level terrain there instead of being pushed down. But I guess they just wanted to be more aggressive and they pushed down, and unfortunately it just didn't work out for them. Home point, they played a little bit more defensively again, but they still walked forward, did a little bit of that death match, and lost 2 heroes on a death match before the push even started. So just a little bit too aggressive, but luckily now that they're going on the attack, being aggressive is actually very good. So we'll see exactly how they do here on the attack of Halem Fjord.
always. Heilungsfjord is being such a quick match. Match. Different. Heilungsfjord is such a quick map where it's most often get decided on A and B. Therefore, watching them attacking A and B, and I hope it's gonna be a full-on quick push. Basically, just yalla everybody inside and just push it, going for A or either B. I'm still waiting for the good old B rush.
Yes, I'm also waiting for that Suka rush B, get that B point, and then win off of that. I think we did see it on week 1 with no, I think that was on the America side, so you didn't get to see it. No, it wasn't in Europe. It was a 6-7 split. 6-8 split. There was a split, I believe. 6-8 split. Yeah, it might have been a 6-7 split. You know, we lost some people along the way, but 6-7 split. Where they actually got the B point and were forced to retreat back. But it definitely was a full 15-man go to B push. And we have not seen that yet.
Would be
maybe.
nice. Something
Maybe
different
does
than
it.
just A. And it isn't GBK attacking now?
Yes, GBK is on the attack.
Yeah.
So
they can decide if it's B rush.
goes. Mm-hmm.
Hope
They
for
decide
them
if they're
to
going
go
to do
for
a B
B.
push. Wait.
I hear it's a good push to go for B. No.
I
doesn't
also
matter for
hear
me.
it's a good push to go to B. You should go to B every single time. Never go A. It's actually
We
a trap
can
to go A.
pull up the pick and ban again, maybe, and look into it before we go in the next match. If we get time. Oh, nice.
We go by the hands.
See,
I mean, once
from
again,
GBK, they banned the Lion Roar because the guy Planta from the KERM Corps is pretty well known for standing on his cannons and riding his cannons into battle. We fought
isn't that
it
how you're
before.
supposed to do?
Yeah, but it's looking so. There's so much funny memes about it, and I love to see the good old Planta with his cannons. So every time I see Planta, I know there's some cannons. There must be some cannons, but they are banned right now, so makes sense.
I don't ride a
see
horse into battle. I ride a cannon into battle.
The magnum-sized cannon.
A magnum cannon. My longhouse magnum-sized meat hall cannon.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But what do I Kermit was so strong in the first. I would love to see the civilian war of the French guys having more struggle with the next round. Even going for field battle would be
As
so
we go
fun.
into our...
It's even so important for them right now.
As this is 1-1. Whoever wins this does get to go on. And unfortunately, whoever loses will be forced out. So...
It's gonna be 15 less French players for sure. Everybody else
either way,
French,
less French.
Matter.
So beautiful either way.
No, that's not good. French can be very French. Germans are the worst. I'm one of them. I can argue about that.
Yeah. Well, I guess if they have you, maybe they are the worst. Wow! I don't know, Bruder. I've heard a lot of talk around the town that you're slot logging. I don't know if this is true. This is just, hush hush kind of around the town.
The video, and we can talk about it. But people usually just show up and yapping about something they think maybe happened, but.
Are you not slot? Are you bringing Rattan Rangers to your territory war, Bruder?
Yeah, I'm doing. I'm trapping my own teammates. I'm crying at them.
You're bringing Kriegs, Bruder. You're bringing Doppelstotters. I mean, let's bring Doppelstotters, but you're bringing Kriegs, Bruder. You're bringing Rattan Rangers.
First 15 in a fight without any tactics and just.
You're bringing Chevaliers because you're very German and you love Chevaliers.
That's a French unit. I like how you mix them up.
Yeah, man. You're so German, you bring Chevaliers. Like, come on. Alright. That's it again. It's once again here. Unicom's looking once again very traditional. Nothing crazy. Doctors are inactive. Nothing. I see Zweihanders being brought by Kermit. Only one though, so not crazy work. As we saw previous matchups, Flames, both sides. I mean, this is looking fairly standard stuff. Nothing's really speaking to me besides Balor bringing Zweihanders. I guess he has gotten special permission from his captain to be bringing his Zweihanders because he is the only person bringing his Zweihanders. Keep an eye on that, man.
What nationality do you think Zweihanders have?
Sorry, what kind of energy? Oh, nationality?
Yeah.
Zweihanders, I mean, they're probably like, I don't know, English?
German.
Oh. Close enough. You're right. They're probably English. Just like the Plume Guard are like Swedish, so
Yeah,
you know, they're
Swedish,
doing
sure.
great things there.
Going Kutbula.
As we go into our once again our cinematic here. Oh, I've been pinned. Wait for our cinematic. End here. Pause. Alright. Looking at our beautiful river yet again. I'm waiting for the day somebody pushes from this river. From A to B through the river. It would be really funny. I don't think it's ever going to happen, but I think it would be really funny.
There we're seeing the long house.
A long house. It's very long.
If there is some
I think
silver
this
on
is-
it, you can even go along silver. Oh, B-Rush. Oh, let's go, boys. Come on.
It's not a
come
full
on.
B rush. It's only
Nah,
about
come
6 people
on.
here. But it is people walking forward trying to get Kermit to react to them. GBK, I mean, let's do the very aggressive B push too. So Trev coming
And
out
they're
does look like it
getting
might
overrun
land on
in a
these
second, I guess.
Reapers. Never mind, the Reapers narrowly dodge. Very skillful expression there. The Trev just hit the house instead. GBK just holding strong right here. Kermit not really reacting too much to them. In fact, just kind of letting it happen here. Getting one short sword on the point there, just stalling out a little bit here. Not the greatest. Now GBK rooks forward here, and Kermit was just gonna give B. Never mind, the Reapers turned around and charged into these claymores. They're going straight through as the Reapers go more into this. As you see the Reaper charging the Reaper. Reaper on Reaper action. Crazy work happened. The York is coming in to help the Reapers. Which Reaper? The York is dismount onto the Reapers. Kermit will be crushing this B point push, but unfortunately they will be giving up the A. Now forced to turning around, going to the A point, crossing the bridge. Shoots a digger from GBK, healing the Kermit side. We love our friendly fire, friendly healing, cross team healing. Kermit's now pushing into here. Treb coming out. It looks like this Treb will be a little bit too far back, will not find main. Oh, the Reapers might get slammed. Never mind. Reapers do not get slam jammed. A little bit of stalling code. Just shoots a digger a little bit far from Kermit's side. Doesn't look like it will really get there, but they will be pushing forward as a brick, as a massive force here. The Zweihanders also cleaning up everything as they get trapped to smithereens. As they will very cleanly get through this point. Wonderful work by Kermit. Almost lost the A point, was able to rotate back and get onto this A point there. But this is 99% captured here as GBK once again is sending some people onto this B point here. Trying to keep Kermit as split as possible. So, and you definitely want to be keeping Kermit split as possible. I mean, look at how they're doing in these blob fights. Just beautiful work. The Kudaliers are charging through. Beautiful. It's not Kudaliers. That's actually Tiger Leprechaun going straight through Kermit. A name whose name I cannot pronounce because it's just a bunch of characters. As wonderful work by the Tiger Leprechaun. Will be going down there to the phalanx, but still got a kill there. York is coming in as well. Dismount in front of the Kermit side. Kermit's getting there, shoots a digger a little bit early there. Starts healing up the point. As the engagement starting out once again, the Plume Guard holding strong there. Reapers now charging into the plumes of flames by GBK. Go down by that short sword by Vegeta. Doing a wonderful job by him getting the flames. The cavalry coming in here. Tiger Leprechaun jump onto the entire blob of Kermit. They will go down very quickly, but they will do heavy damage onto the Kermit blob. But those Modal and Phalanx are holding strong, even when they're getting surrounded by this cavalry and the Reapers and the Stalwarts. Kermit is holding strong in here. The Zweihander still really strong. They will finally go down. The Yorkist Household Knights, that German unit doing wonderful work there. Clear out the point there, but the Kermit is trying to get back on the mode out by GBK positioned on, braced on this B point push. Kermit needs to get something onto this. Maybe they will be giving up. A point has been captured by GBK as the Tiger Leopard Cav from Kermit goes forward there, slamming into a wall, getting a little bit of the Tiger and Leopard Cav in exchange. Rattan Pikeman getting sent in by Kermit just to slowly whittle down these Modal units, get a little bit of trade as the C point actually happened here. Kermit GBK tried to snowball onto the C point. It's a very risky play being had here. These Modal holding strong, and GBK will be forced off. They will not be able to snowball to the C point. Will be forced to regroup, reconvene, and reset.
The French Civil War is not disappointing.
No, it is not. Units looking fairly even here. A little bit of an advantage for the Kermit side. Okay, maybe a little bit more of an advantage because of that quality differential.
I think also hero deaths are going to be in favor of Kermit.
Let's go to our hero deaths, though. This is definitely what we're looking to see here. 3 looking for 4 people at GBK on their last life. We're on the Kermit side. I'm not seeing anybody on their last life here. So lives wise, no, there's Vegeta is on his last life. That short sword on Kermit. So 1 person on Kermit on the last life, while quite a few of GBK are on their last life. The harbor has been captured. We see the AI berserkers slowly walking forward. Will they be able to do anything as we see them collide into the Reaper unit? Wonderful work by those berserkers. They're going to do great things. Look at them go. And they're gone.
They're doing great things.
You gotta believe in those berserkers. One of these days they will win fight. And you know, they might not have battle madness, they might not have any skills, so they might go very quickly down, but you gotta believe in them. Treb coming in, misses the mortar in the back. Never mind, the last ball hit the mortar. Thank you, Treb.
Thanks, Treb.
Thanks, Treb. You're calling me a loser in front of me, in front of all my friends. Like, come on, man. Kermit looking like they already knew where to put their units. Heading by the longhouse, all of them are drinking some beer over there and drinking some mead. I feel like it's fully out of range of GBK's mortars. So
there are
wonderful
different
position.
kinds of houses. We have long houses. We have tent houses.
We have houses, and then we have like the
houses.
we have the straw house
houses.
that's like where all
Fisher
Kermit's
houses.
heroes are. And fisherman houses. GBK rotating to the A side. Still quite split here. Maybe doing a 6-9 split.
Maybe they're going again for the seasoning street.
Yeah, they might be doing another seasoning streak kind of dealio here. It does look like they are definitely.
European kitchen is not known for so many seasoning.
It's definitely very seasoned here. Definitely a looking like a 7-8 split. Kind of hard to really tell exactly the number split here. I think there's 5. It's 5-10 split. No? Yeah. I think there's 5 people on the A point. I'm gonna look at their units now. 3, 6, 6. There's 6. It's 6-9. It's a 6-9 split. 6-9 split by GBK here. Kermit walking outside of their longhouse. Try to get a little bit more positioning wise here. Trebuchet has been called somewhere. That Treb is okay. Somebody needs to train that man on how to Treb.
He was just making them afraid to respawn.
Yeah, gets the respawners there.
Oh, dual blade on dual blade action on the back.
Oh yeah, dual blades are dual blading each other. Oh.
One.
He left. Oh, he found him. Dual blades. Oh, got him. Good job, Kermit. Name I can't pronounce. Got Rios Albedo. Guys, I can't say your names if you're doing these characters. That's just not something I know how to do. I'm not fluent in every language. I'm American. All I know is English. as another Treb coming out. This is going to look like a very devastating Treb. Holy Treb value there. That one Reaper is getting juggled by the Treb. Unfortunate for that one dude. Took a lot of damage there. C point get a little bit captured. Plume Guard, oh, where Kermit's very split here. The Plume are engaging GBK, but he has no friendly help there. Flames going a little bit of fire there, but again, Kermit's just so split up here. They just do not know where to go. The Plume are going down here. Got supported by the Claymores, but unfortunately will not be enough. The Trap coming in does look like it'll be doing friendly fire damage. Getting a lot of damage onto their own units there. So a little bit of baiting by Kermit there. A little bit of miscalls maybe. As the engagement now comes onto this, on top of this hill here. Not fighting at the C point, fighting on the hill. Flames by Kermit doing massive damage, and none of GBK is going onto these flames here. So these flames are just rolling in damage. Treb once again hitting absolutely nothing.
I think they really hate the innovation of staircases.
We really hate stairs. Guys, don't go upstairs. Find a hill to climb up. No more stairs. As Kermit now gets another pull of their units, the Cudelier is going straight through. No failing, stopping them. Tiger Leprechaun being dropped by GBK, but it will get Cudelier charged. As keeps coming. Another Tiger Leprechaun coming through, goes straight through those Spartans, getting massive damage, getting 2 of Kermit down as the Cav just comes back. York is coming from behind. Oh my god, doing massive damage. GBK looking really stellar with their cavalry here, but will it be enough as Kermit still has a strong hold here? 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. C point looking 80% captured. GBK needs to get onto this point, start getting this capture progress, but Kermit has a Spear Sergeant on there with a dual blades. Well, he'll be holding strong as GBK does not have any more units here, down to 286. Kermit holding strong, getting all their units back onto this. GBK has a Spartan on the C point there, so we'll be able to do a little bit of force pushing power, but it will not be enough as Kermit doing a little bit more of a sally here, sally out, making sure that GBK could never fully regroup, reset, reconvene onto this point here. It's Kermit doing a wonderful job. Their phalanx getting thunderstruck by that short sword of the GBK, but it will not be enough as GBK is forced to reset. Only 11 of them alive, 200 units, and when you only have 200 units, 1.5 minutes, you need to already be heavy regrouped and pushing here, but it does not look like they will be able to regroup and push here. They are forced to trickle in one by one. Kermit holding strong. They have a Spartan, they have Reapers, they have Claymores on this point. They will not be losing anytime soon as GBK now gets a little bit of push on that left side. The phalanx is going to try to hold strong. The Martellatory, the top pikemen, the Wuxing are going to do wonders, and this phalanx is absolutely farming them. Absolute farm by this phalanx here. Gets all of those gray and green units gone, and Kermit will be going 2-0 against GBK.
Holy moly, the French Civil War was ended with a message. Kermit coming out on top here. And that's not even close. They're being very, very, very strong and showing off. Opinion.
Yes, Kermit doing really good with, especially with their French units of Zweihanders and Claymores. We love those kind of units. They do wonderful work here. Very French indeed. Yeah.
There will be a time where you also have to learn regions in Europe and the countries where the units are coming from. Not even judging your political knowledge, but also your in-game knowledge about which season the unit comes from.
Yeah, man, I know the Falconetti come from Germany.
Nope.
Everybody knows this. Like, come on now. Germany had like a wall, and like they needed the Falconetti to blow up the wall,
Jesus.
so they made the Falconetti.
Down that road.
So as we go, GBK MVP of Ineos, 426 with 84 unit kills. Wonderful work by, I'm saying his name wrong probably, of Ineos. As we go down to our Rias Albedo dual blade as our most valuable tank. Dual blade gain tank is always funny here. 200,000 hero damage dealt with 6.5 million damage taken. As we go into our third MVP, I don't know, cameraman, choose someone you like here. Den attacks yet again. 030, not the greatest hero stats for den attacks there, but 87 unit kills. He did wonderful work being a musket. It just didn't seem like he got the stats you would like to see from our friendly musket players. But he still did wonderful work here. As we go over to the Kermit side, who is our MVP? Balor as our MVP, 219, 148 unit kills. Wonderful work by Balor here. Just really carrying his team with all that stats. As we go to our most valuable contribution player, Brazematics, as we have 251,000 hero damage dealt by our short sword player. Probably a little bit of a flame shackle, maybe purple armor set doing, probably purple armor set judging by that hero damage taking almost 650,000 with 3 for 1 minute. Wonderful job. As we go down to our third MVP, Silistra, most valuable assist player, doing a lot of help with his supporting units. 245,000 hero damage, a little bit good stats all around. I believe that's 12 million damage still. As we go to our post-battle analysis here, our chart here of GBK is our red line. And I mean, it isn't that bad,
so
you
bad.
know. This is actually fairly even. You know, they lost a little bit on that early of that A push, but they brought it back, got a little bit more on the Kermit side, you know, so they did win A and B, but you know, on that C point area, they just did not win the engagements from there on forward. So while they didn't win A, B, they just could not win the C point. And looking at the hero kills, that is a 16 hero kill differential. So, and this is definitely the hero kill differential you don't want, where with 37 hero kills, a lot of your players are probably dead or at least on their last life. So, just very rough. Just did not have the heroes remaining to get that last final push. Just didn't value the heroes as valuable.
They did at least the smart thing about A and B, and then going for the C point there with the attack, not only stopping it on A on B, but at least having the first points proceeding a little bit, which is good for the save, for the feeling, for the mental health, so you don't feel too down. But generally, looked very, very in favor of Kermit there.
Yes, very favorite Kermit. Also, GBK just maybe being a little bit too aggressive. They did a lot of times where they only had 1 or 2 of their people, maybe 3, just way far ahead of the group trying to do something. And you saw Kermit was just so good at punishing these 3-man assaults. You saw it A at B, where, you know, Kermit dealt with the small B push and then rotated back to A, really doing wonders there. Yeah, they did eventually lose those points, but they still did wonderful with their rotations and proving that they are very good staying grouped together. And when you're doing these 15 versus 15 fights, having those little auxiliary pushes, also skirmishes squads going out forward, those skirmish squads really need to be getting some value out there. They can't just be going out and dying. If they go out and die, you're just playing down 3 people and now you're 12v15, and you really need to be doing something great in order to be winning a 12v15. Unfortunately, GBK would just not have that kind of skill advantage to Kermit.
Yeah. But
yeah,
people already pointed out inside of the chat already, having 4 dual blades and therefore being very weak. Or
yeah, I mean,
4
dual blades
not being good for blob fight.
Yeah, I mean, you could run 4 dual blades, but it's definitely where they wanted to do, where they wanted to do a lot of skirmishing. You know, dual blades
Kermit
love
did,
these.
by the way.
Oh, Kermit did.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's changing it.
oh, but that changes a lot. I mean, that's crazy that Kermit brought 4 dual blades. I mean, I see 3 dual blades. I'm looking at the stream now. I see 3 dual blades for Kermit. I mean, either way, still a lot of dual blades is. I mean, it's okay to run these 3-4 dual blades, but these 3-4 dual blades need to really be doing a lot, because that is, you know, out of 15 of your things, it's like near a fourth of your team is dual blades. I'm not really too happy about a fourth of my team being dual blades. Yeah, GBK brought 4 dual blades, Kermit brought 3. So,
sorry.
yeah, I mean, still, it's okay. It'll be still both he brought a lot. I mean, Dual Blades does a great job. They do a lot of poke into there, and I mean, even with the nerf of Dual Blades not liking having a Dual Blade friend, it's still a very good poking class.
Dual blades don't have friends. No.
Yeah, Dual Blades don't have friends.
Hiding,
They
hiding in the
especially
shadows and being like, I don't
especially
want
do not like
today.
other Dual Blades as their friends.
Nah, that's okay.
That's
Normally,
okay.
you find each other and then you cuddle up and then you go around the other and step him a little bit, and then he starts stepping you and goes around you a little bit. Then both make a backflip and vanish, and then go be like, "Whew, that was close." And then you hope
Exactly.
the poison is taking care of him.
Yeah. So I mean, a wonderful job. But enough about GBK versus KERM. We're immediately going to DDoS versus Copper Collectors. Let's go over the bans of this is quite just our respect match. Copper Collectors has gone 2-0 in every single one of their matches, so DDoS is definitely fighting an uphill battle here. As we see the bans of Spartan Trojan, Sifanori, Zycalian Militia, White Plume Guard, Kudaliers, and Shenji Grenadiers, and we for one day do not have Queens be banned, but we have them saved by Copper Collectors on Sun City. Phalanx also saved by DDoS. Kudaliers being banned is definitely an interesting ban here. Don't want that cheap cav that gets all the value. I mean, I'll hate that cheap cav. I mean, Sun City though, we have not seen a Sun City on the tournament so far. So this is going to be our first Sun City matchup. I definitely see. Also, another thing that wasn't banned, Lion Roar. Lion Roar got through the bans. Queens got through the bans. I mean, this is a matchup where we don't see usually these two units together, and now they will be together. But the tier 5 shields have been banned. So, I mean, these Lion Roars, if a team really gets really good with these Lion Roars, I mean, Lion Roars are going to do devastating damage, not having to shoot into a Spartan Chosen or a Plume Guard. So, we'll see how that goes. What, I mean, this is going to be a very exciting matchup. I mean, cannons are open, queens are open. Queens being open is going to...
Yeah. You have to. I think cannons can be a big problem. I'm right now thinking a lot about tower denial and them pushing them into basically pushing supplies. If they go for supplies, then you need to push into big hallways. Therefore, cannons being very good. Also, cannons being very good for tower denial. Then you only need to take care maybe a little bit of the traps. And if you then even commit for a full infantry setup, you might even dodge the enemies with cavalry. Therefore, it's...
I mean, Sun City is usually fought on the ground. You usually give that A and B point and fight at that supply and C point. But, I mean, we could see a little bit of a difference here where maybe we see tower denial brought by Lions. It's definitely a riskier play. That gateway is very wide of a gateway. So I'd be surprised if we see tower denial, considering how wide that gate is. The Flames can't cover that entire region. Lions, I mean, Lions are okay with it, but it's still going to be very hard for defenders to defend it. But they just kind of sit off to the side and let Lions shoot down the street and don't care. But yeah. We'll see exactly how it goes. I mean, Queens are available and Lions are available. And we don't see those two units really ever get past the ban phase. Will we see 30 Queens?
30 Queens? No.
No?
I don't think so.
All right. I mean, last time we saw Queens be available, we saw 26 and 28 Queens. So, I mean, it's very close to that 30 unit number where you're just bringing 30 of one unit. It's basically almost mandatory for these teams to be mostly Queens Knights. They are just that strong of a unit. This is also a pre-patch of their nerf, so we do not see them get that nerf since the live servers. Just like how Bastard Sword does not have its live server nerf either. So Man, this is going to be very interesting to see exactly. I mean, I saw where I believe it was one of these teams at the bottom here. Maybe it wasn't one of these teams at the bottom. They brought
One of the teams at the
Zweihanders.
bottom.
One of the teams that I've already played. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Hyperboard. No, it was. Oh, it was Yeah Buddy. It was Yeah Buddy. Yeah Buddy brought
Team of the bottom. Yeah, buddy. Let's
yeah,
go.
buddy. Yeah, one of the bottom teams. Yeah, buddy. They're usually at the bottom of the board. We don't really care about them. They brought Zweihanders to deal with the queens. They still brought, mostly queens, but they still brought a lot of Zweihanders. Zweihanders do trade fairly evenly into Queen's Knights. Queen's Knights having a little bit more of a struggle bus there.
Zweihanders win against Queen's Court.
It's a little bit more of an
Pretty
even
solid.
fight.
Yeah. No, I can play them very consistently winning.
Yeah, queens can also win that.
Very hardly. Then you have to really miss.
It's a lot of a timing. You're playing a lot more of a. You're watching because once the Zwies use their 2, your queens won that, and now the queens win.
Same for queens. If they use their stabby, then
I mean, yeah, if the queens use their stab and Zwies are in their 1, I mean the Zwies win. So it's a lot more of a really who wins. It's a lot of playmaking there, and
I
usually
let them start on 1 and let them move in with their queens, and then I press 1 again and then 2, and I should be fine.
you're going to get sniped by those queens. You're going to get
Me as a hero, if
schnauzered.
I'm staying there, yes. But when my
Yeah, the
Zweihanders are doing
Russian
good,
Queen's Knights are going to absolutely destroy your Swedish Zweihanders. So
Zweihanders are German again.
oh,
Queens
sorry,
are
my bad.
English.
I don't know how I keep messing this up. Sorry, your
It's okay.
Zimbabwe Zweihanders are going to struggle against the Russian
to
Queens.
struggle around all the regions in Europe.
Yeah, I mean,
calling them out different.
I'll get it
super fun.
eventually. Anyways, about these French Zweihanders, they're going to still struggle against the German
The
Queen
African
Knights.
Zweihanders are basically really, really strong this season.
Yeah,
They're
the African
doing so good.
Zweihanders are really strong, but you really don't want to mess with the Brazil Queen's Knights. They are
Yeah, and
insane
nobody
these days.
is even thinking about the Spanish Zweihander.
Well, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition and the Spanish Zweihanders. That's two things you
Exactly.
don't expect.
Exactly.
Saying.
So they're
What
waiting
would
for
you
our-
love for an American season?
I don't even know. We don't really have that much of a medieval combat units, do
I
we?
mean, you don't have history. That's shame.
We have history, but we have a little bit of pokey sticks. We don't have
I think
armor
my
and
house is
swords.
250 years old.
I think our history of that era was the Indian tribes, and I don't think I can really bring an Indian tribesman into a heavy plate armor Iron Reaper and expect to win.
We have berserkers.
And we do have berserkers.
Yeah.
Well, that's Viking. I got their
That's
nationality
Viking.
right.
They have natural armor on their skin.
Yeah, they have natural armor, so really, how am I supposed to compete? I just got men who walk around in forests and jungles and have poison dart frogs. I think poison dart frogs are down in Mexico and Brazil, so I don't think I even have that. So I don't even know what I have to really win as my Indian tribes. Maybe I have guerrilla tactics. Maybe I have a stealth. I have assassins.
Do you have Hashashins? Hashashins are Turkish.
Oh, they're American now. They're Indians. Congratulations. They hide in the trees and bushes.
Consume of the same thing. That's why you're trying to make it up like this, but nah.
They're close enough. I don't really have any bigger units. Maybe
You know why
some crescent
Hashashins are
monks.
called Hashashins?
I do not know why the assassins are called.
They are hash-addicted assassins.
Hash ridiculous assassins. Oh,
Hey,
they're
not even a joke.
oh,
They
okay.
were smoking hash, and that's why they're called Hashashins.
yeah, sure. I don't know if I believe
I'm
in
not
this
making
history.
it up. Trust
I
me.
don't believe in this history course. I
Look
don't
it
know
up
if I
online.
believe in this history course here. I still think they might be. I don't know. They might be. What's the nationality I haven't brought up yet? I don't know enough. They might be Chinese. Who knows?
I don't have any nationality anymore left. So
I
Chinese.
don't have it. I've
Chinese.
spoken enough of the nationalities. I don't know any. They're Chinese now. Maybe they're Ukrainian. I don't know.
I don't think they're Ukraine. I would love for Ungarn to have the Vlad der Fehler, which is Dracula, basically the historical figure behind Dracula, which was Vladimir the Impaler in English, who just took the Turkish and put them on some big wooden sticks and put them in front of his castle. There's the whole story of Dracula around this guy, bloodthirsty guy.
Yes, we are waiting more for units that have that bloodthirsty. We do have the pikemen that have that bloodthirsty doctrine, and we do have the 369 combat doctrine for special units. That's really, but 369 is really bloodthirsty. That's more of the pikemen having the bloodthirsty doctrine. So, oh, we have Onimusha and Orochi. There we go. We have that. We have those African units as our bloodthirsty units. So what?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay,
Onimusha,
yeah, I thought so.
Then
Like
Antarctica unit.
Well, Antarctica doesn't really have that kind of history to really bring those units. I don't know why you would ever say that about them. Like Antarctica very much does not have that kind of history of this medieval warfare.
The people living there wearing suits.
Yeah, they're wearing suits. Yeah. But not as skimpily worded as Onimusha are.
Yeah, they're gonna be skin for the next season. Onimusha Pinguin suit skin. Confirmed.
So copper collectors happy. That I think I might have. We have some appearance by our cameraman that DDoS is not showing for their match.
Showing for we waiting a second.
So, yep, it might be having to go into. This was our ND matchup. We're just waiting for DDoS, but it seems like DDoS might be last second bailing on us. We might have to go cover a different matchup instead. It's unfortunate for us there. That being said, that would be a slap versus Kurg. What is Kurg's name? 1 second as I bring that up. Bang. As we are waiting for this matchup, we will be going for slap versus Karaga. So, that being said, we're just waiting for more confirmation here. Also, I believe you got the Hashashins wrong as well. Someone in chat said they are Persian.
Persian.
Just like the other units, like that chain dart and the camels, and probably some other unit that I don't remember. The blue unit from that season. I do not remember that blue unit. What was that blue unit? It's Hash camel. Someone in chat will tell me in 3 minutes.
Somebody will tell me. Yeah.
It's not a unit that's brought a lot, so it's not important. Mm-hmm.
So we're waiting a little bit for them here to show up. If they don't show up, we proceed. And we're just waiting for the 15 minutes to go through after the start. We're gonna to the outlaws.
Alright, just wait a little bit there. We do have another streamer casting the other matchup that you can go check while we are waiting. I'm sure a lot of the streamers are also swapping to that as well, but we are the official cast, so we will be staying here just for cop collectors until we get full confirmation. The other casts will be
DDoS failed. Team captain left. So we can
He can't
close.
okay. So go to SWAT to the other one.
Bum, bum, bum.
I'll slap
Then we
him
can
first. Karga.
maybe join the next round of Slap versus and cast that one, and until then we make a little break. And everybody join another streamer until then. Right? Right.
Yeah. Otherwise we'd be in a 3-minute delay and then 3-minute delay by going to the observe feature. So we get pretty delayed there.
So, okay. Then little break. See you guys. Until then. we are switching the matchups. Now we're watching Slap versus Krieg already done on the. Am I showing the right side? Yes. Already done there. Slap already having one round in their back. So we are watching now the second round of Slap versus Krieg. Now Slap is defending and Krieg is attacking on Regionopolis or Constantinople in English, I guess it is. It's like it's basically the same city but different. Same.
Constantinopolis, even though we call it Reginopolis anyways.
Yeah, but it's also Constantinople sometimes. So it's,
I don't know. We call it this. Apparently, we just call it several different things. It's probably like a, I don't know. It's probably like a Zimbabwe thing. I don't know.
Jesus, the African memes getting strong today. So let's go into pick and ban of this, so we can take a look at this, and then we can.
Let's go over our bans. Bans being Lion Roar, Stalwarts, Zycalian Militia, Queen's Knights, Doppelsnotter, and Siphanori with saves of Shinji Grenadiers and Spartan Chosen on our good old Reginopolis. So we're still caved. So all of our gold shields are still here. All of our cav is still here. All of our anti-cav is still here. We have Shinjis on Regis, so we want to defend the front of C so we can just Shinji bomb as they come up these stairs for big damage. I mean, this is just a wonderful job here of fixing bans. Flames being banned makes it so you don't really want to. You could defend in C, but you don't have Flames help. You have Shinji help instead. Not the greatest of help, but I mean, still pretty good here. Stalwarts band is a little bit weird. Queens is a standard ban. Lion Roar is a standard ban. I don't know what these two units have. I don't know what Lion Roar has really done to deserve this kind of treatment, but people just really don't want to see Lion Roar in their games. Queen Knight is just normal. This is pre-nerf. Queens, very strong unit, does a ton of damage, has a lot of invulnerability, does wonderful things. And Doppelsnotters, I like pressing my buttons. Doppelsnotter stops me from pressing my buttons for a bit. I hate Doppelsnotters. Gosh dang French units. Zycalian Militia is still kind of confusing to me for its ban. I mean, it's just still nerf Zycalians. I still don't think this unit's doing as much as you probably are still expecting it to do. I know pre-nerf, this unit was so oppressive to the point where you were forced to bring it. Now it feels like, maybe you don't really need to be bringing this unit as much. But yeah, I mean, it's still pretty good to be banning it. You hate range specialty, and getting range specialty like Zycalian out is still good. I'm assuming Shinjis were saved before they were able to be banned, so that's why we see Shinjis getting through there. But yeah, we should be going into this next matchup fairly shortly here. I mean, this is still Reginopolis. We did see Slap win very handily in their attack there. I know on here we didn't really see it happen because we were still working with getting DDoS and copper collectors situated, so we didn't get to see it here. But if you guys went over to the other streamers saw that happen. We saw Slap very quickly go through Karga's defenses, and it looked very bleak for Karga to be winning this matchup here. So we might see a true underdog story where Karga just pulls it together and wins on the Reginopolis, or we might just see a very long cutscene of artillery phase and then unfortunately just absolutely flopping over and not being able to get through Slap's defenses. We'll definitely see how that goes here. It should be starting really any second here. I see it as a 30 out of 30 lobby, so I can't really build much more here. We'll see exactly how Karga will. Oh yeah, we can show group stage. All right, yeah, we can show group stage here. Just the groups, just see how much of this matchup really matters. This is Slap vs Karg. These are two of the bottom teams here. So this instead of Slap versus DDS, DDoS. So DDoS lost. So if Slap wins this, Slap will be moving on here. DDoS did kind of need to go against copper collectors and win to really prove that they could stay here, but now with their disqualification, they're leaving. This is, I believe, almost guaranteed for Slap to move on here. So this is kind of a respect. This is very respectful from Karga showing up for their matchup. I know a lot of these bottom row teams. I know disbanded. I don't think Labyrinth showed up as well, and I don't know about Rats. But it's very respectful for Karga to still show up, even though they are basically out of the tournament either way. So either way, give some respect on their name. I'm seeing Y-handers by Karga.
They come out swinging.
I love these Y-handers. I love the Orochi. I love the Silidars. I love everything that Karga is bringing here. And then it's very traditional, normal from Slap.
Very normal for Slap. On Regionopolis, a lot of tough being. I don't know. I don't see Cordeliers working out that often because it's so narrow ways and it's hard to put up the charge. So the enemy needs to be really sleeping, in my opinion, for it to work often.
I mean, Karga is bringing a lot of units that are definitely not the most optimal, like meta-defining units. We're bringing a lot of Orochi. We have some Zweihanders. We have some Silidars. We have a Halberdier, Blue Halbs. We have Halbelite. Not Halbelite. Those are Billmen. I mean, they're definitely running a lot more of a diverse comp, and I really enjoy this from Karga. They're also running a lot of short swords. Like, a lot of short swords was brought there, which is very surprising. It didn't seem like they have many damaging heroes. Instead, running more of those short swords to tank a little bit longer, maybe relying more on their units to be doing damage rather than their heroes to be doing damage.
Yep.
As we go into Reginopolis, the tunnels, the streets, those barrels, they have wine in them. Please don't break my barrels. I need them to do wine trades later. The New Zealanders are really looking forward to the wine.
Rum?
Because all the rum's gone.
Ah, Jesus.
And I don't know why all the rum's gone. The rum's always gone.
I know why all the rum is gone. Was drunk by our cameraman on the field bed.
It's, you might be right. Cameraman keeps stealing my rum. That's no wonder I can never find it. Gosh dang Germans are stealing my rum. As we go through here, look like it's pretty standard setup.
And we only need one guy for it. Oh, people running down in the... They tried to go for the tunnel to catch the units which are usually parked there, but Krieg didn't park the unit there because they played so differently that they now can't catch anything inside of the tunnel.
Yeah, Slap walking forward in the tunnel, being like, I'm gonna find your units that you're just sitting here. And Karga...
Nope. Krieg being like, no,
didn't do it.
This.
I mean, maybe we see a Sally here. I think I see a Sally. Converge on those Madao. Bully them, my bastard swords. Get them. Tribe coming in. Looks like it gets a lot of damage on those Wuxin pikemen as the Cudeliers go straight through the Madao as well. So ISG on the supply gets absolutely swallowed alive. Still kicking and screaming. We still have a Spartan trying to push this tower, not realizing what is happening. And Karga is in a little bit of a scramble here, trying to figure out what exactly Slap is doing. These Spartans are still trying to push this tower, by the way. They're trying their best here. As the Sally comes on, the Halberdiers, the Blue Halbs are holding strong. You see the cab charging through them, and the Blue Halbs are holding amazingly from Karga. Nope, there's Reapers now in them. These Blue Halbs, unfortunately, are going to be going down fairly shortly. The cabs, unfortunately, dying fairly quickly. Slap now going back inside. Nope, only a few Slap are going back inside. A lot of them are still maintaining this Sally. They have the supply. B is now half captured, so Karga is doing a little bit of back capture push, so Slap is forced to go back inside there, but doesn't look like it will be enough as Slap now dominates this entire field battle. And Karga is on the back foot. They thought they were the attackers. No, Slap is the attackers. Once again, sallying out, demolishing all of Karga's morale here, as now Slap is forced back into the city, onto this A point. Phalanx braced on there. Very fast Phalanx braced on there, dealing with these Iron Reapers. Phalanx doing a really good job against Reapers, considering how high of a pen that Phalanx have. They're going to do these Reapers very quickly here. Cav coming in from Slap here, going into the side of these Phalanx. Dismount onto the Phalanx will be doing heavy damage here. The Billman trying to hold on. They have an ISG doing great supporting things, but it will not be enough as Slap surrounds and completely envelops the units and eviscerates them from existence. As they now move on to their next target, you see them sharks and blood in the waters. Slap is a bunch of sharks in the waters swimming around. They smell blood. You see them just swarming, feasting on all of Karga. There goes the Kudalier charge straight through Karga's line there. The Plume Guard are holding strong, but there's nothing for them to hold. As the Kudaliers going to their back line and going straight to the blade again. I mean, this is just looking like an absolute slaughter. Slap is not messing around. They are not letting Karga get any kind of foothold on it. The shoots of Dinger from Karga will heal the remaining Plume Guard, but it's just not enough, as they're just absolutely getting ran over here. More Kudaliers this time from Karga side goes all the way through Slap's units. You see these Cav doing wonders from both sides here, just going straight through. But I mean, the blob from Slap is just so strong. The Orochi from Karga are going to try to do damage into here, but the White Plume Guard are going to soak up all of that damage. Orochi are unfortunately and do not have the block right to get to the Plume Guard, but does look like Karga are slowly getting through here. Treb coming in will do massive damage to this Slap front line here, as this siege battle has really become a lot more of a field battle. We are just fighting on this open air here. I would love to see Karga get some more Trebs in here, but it doesn't look like that will be enough. As Spartans come in here, we're just trickling and trickling and trickling in here. Spartans start walking. Will it be enough to get all the way through their walk? As another Spartan walked from Slap in there. The mortars and the Trebs from Karga are raining down hell from above, but it does not look like it will be enough. Another Kudalier charge goes straight through, get a little bit of the side charge onto that Tiger left Cav, doing massive damage as this field battle rages on. A little bit of a tower protected there, and Slap is still winning this field battle, and it's already 900 to 500 units, and this is looking just like an execution row from Karga. Unfortunately cannot do it. Treb coming in here doing massive damage, but will it be enough to just get something on here? They have a good front line here. They're finally organized. Those Spartans are not walking. They don't get the walk off. There was just so much rain of mortar artillery fire going onto this fight here, but it's still, even with Karga's support of mortar fire and the Treb fire, Slap is still winning these engagements, still coming out on top here. And this is just an absolute slaughter.
I mean, butchery. Basically, just watching one team getting slapped.
Slap
guys running and screaming.
Slap showing that they are truly a dominant force, and they were never going to lose to Karga. They are not even giving Karga. Oh, B has been captured by Karga. We're delaying it a little bit. This is my ranked games. Hey guys, we've already lost. Let's not capture any points. And Karga is getting back captured, getting quarter capture on C. I mean, Slap has to get back here. They can't just, ignore this. They have to, defend it. And here comes Slap. And yeah, Karga will be going down here. I mean, it was a funny attempt there, but you aren't capturing B and then full capturing C by the time Slap gets somebody back there.
Even if they maybe waited 1 or 2 seconds before stepping on that C point, they might be having pushed out way further and then having 3 people to step on the point. Yeah. Because for NCAP, you can close the gate and then you'll be like more free to let them run around. You even can make it. Happened to me and happened to my enemies before, where I went straight from C to end cap and closed the gate and had them, the defenders, outside of end cap, which is quite funny on this map.
Yes. But I mean, this is looking already ramped for Karga. 284 units to 869. Yeah, there's a lot of time on the clock, but you're still just trickling in units. You're losing units one by one. It's just not going to be enough here. Oh, Karga just killed Karga. Zalim Fendi just killed Kuba Han. So even Karga Han don't want their people alive for these fights and are resorting to slaughtering each other to make it a little bit faster here. A little bit of a deathmatch by the Bombards. As Karga Han's just running for their lives. They'll Dual Blade on this Bastard Sword. Will they be able to kill him? Dual Blades don't like having friends, so we'll see if he is able to really win out. I mean, that Bastard Sword is living a very long time, considering he is getting double swarmed there. And yeah, oh, one Bastard Sword will go down there. Astro will go down. Fortunately, Slap will not be truly immortal here, but one Bombard goes down. Slap now goes around and breaks the Bombards. It looks like one of them did get onto the Bombard, so they will not be able to break that third Bombard. But this is just truly a slaughter. Not much more can be said here. This is a slaughter.
Let's hope Krieg presses the retreat button, then we don't have to watch 5 minutes of them staring somebody into the blank eyes inside of it.
You have a Reaper over here. It's on the wall. Where is it
Pushing
going?
for C again.
We are going to see. Okay. Oh, the Sphere player has noticed him. Slab doesn't know. No, that's a Bastard Sword. The Bastard Sword didn't notice him, so they do know that somebody's coming to see. This Bastard
I think
Sword
there's
is
somebody already
chasing
standing on C. Should be after the last flank.
no,
attack.
they
I
just
think
have an
there's
ISG
not-
and a Spartan here, and this short sword, I mean, is never killing these units. Even with these Reapers, you're never killing these units.
Nope.
Now he's getting dual bladed. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this was hopefully Karga loses the just leaves the lobby, because this is over.
Only hunting one boy. Now they got him. There's another boy.
Yep, and there goes Kargan. The last person died, so it went down to full 0-3. I don't know if this is really much value going into the MVPs, but our MVP of Kargan is Ikaron. 0-3-0, 30 unit kills. As we go down to our most valuable tank, DNCX. Pretty good stats here for what that match was. Taking almost 7 million damage is quite impressive. As we'll go, I don't know, we'll go to the person below him as our S rank. 0-2-2, 39 unit kills. Short sword. Karga having a lot of short swords and a lot of just heavy armor classes. This I don't think this really the class was the issue. I think there's just a skill issue coming into this. As we go to the Slap side, MVP of Slap, Shimi as our MVP. Musket player, maybe he was running more of a dueling one rather than bomb build, because maybe a little bit of both. We'll go down to our most valuable contribution of JJR. JJR, usually a longbow player. It's like he went to Glaive. That's not my longbow player anymore. He's betrayed the longbow class. As we go down to MVP, most valuable assist, Psych. Good old Polex did Polex things, probably just weapon deads and had a few support units. Yeah, I mean that's it. Really, it. I mean, we could go to the post. Let's go to the post battle analysis. Red is Karga. Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. I mean, they just lost all their units at the start, and they just kept losing all their units at the start with a 27 hero kill differential. There's 45 lives in the game, and when you're 27 unit kill differential, that's just not something you want to ever see. This was just there's not really much we could say. This is just respect to Kargahan for even showing up for this match. They knew they'd probably get 0-2'd, and they were already basically out of the tournament, but they still showed up and played it. This is huge respect to this team for still showing up and trying to play the game, even though, this happened.
I think it's also disrespectful for other teams trying to get inside of the tournament and then you don't show up even. It's something different. So
this is
showing up.
Even though Kargahan lost this and they're out of the tournament, they showed up for every single one of their matches. They played them out. This is a lot more respect than some of the other match teams like Disband, who, they left. I think they played one matchup and then they just left. So amazing by Kargahan, who just showed up for everything. So if anything else, great work by them. They might have lost, but at least they had the dignity and getting the respect of the community for showing up for every single one of their matches.
Right.
But yeah.
So that's the last day of group stage, and we're gonna be back next week. There's maybe not me showing up anymore, and you're gonna see Furious D and the good old Alpha Nitrat. Or maybe I'm still there, but I can't promise that. And then we will be... It's basically knockout stage from next week on starting, and then we're gonna have a mix inside of the casting from time to time, based on us sometimes being somewhere different, and therefore maybe not making it on time. But there will be always somebody here to cast the games, and therefore showing you what happened. That's it from my side for the evening. I enjoyed it very much. I had a good laughter from once in a while.
Yes, sir. We did have some good laughs, and we also had a field battle of Hyperborea versus Story Enjoyers Academy, which was just a wonderful thing. Yeah, we got a lot of 2-0s today, but we did still see a field battle, and we always love seeing these field battles. So, I mean, it was just wonderful games today. Obviously, there's quite a few leavers, which puts quite a damper on the mood, but at least we still had, a field battle and other people still showing up for their matches. Also, Kermit 2-0ing, showing that they are the better French team, and they will not raise the white flag to any other French people here. So, maybe watch out, Yeah Buddy and some of the other teams. Kermit is here to win. But yeah, that will be the end for today of my segment. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next week for the knockout stage.
Bye-bye, guys.
So we removed it. Now, every single player shares one unified map. You're stepping into a living world where you'll face rival factions, shifting borders, and real strategic choices. Terrain is no longer just for show. We've completely rebuilt the road system. If your army takes the main roads, you move faster and save food, but you're out in the open. Taking the rough terrain is slow and costly, but it keeps you hidden. We're also introducing a morale system. Combats aren't just about stats and skill anymore. If your army's morale breaks, you may lose the battle. Now, let's talk about heroes and units. The changes here are massive. We've redesigned weapons with new models, combat feedback, and skill sets. We're also bringing in the one-handed sword, twin sword, halberd, and the crossbow to give you a unique combat experience tailored to this world. For your armies, dozens of legendary units are joining the roster, like the Tiger and Leopard cavalry. We've scaled up unit sizes to make fights feel more intimidating. recruitment is now tied to geography. You have to go to the northwest region to recruit the northwest heavy cavalry. Combined with authentic voice lines, your units feel like living armies. Next up is faction war. The real charm of the Three Kingdoms is the politics, the dynamic shifts between allies and enemies. To capture that, we completely overhauled how factions work. NPC faction relationships are no longer static. They evolve based on the state of the war. Every alliance you make or city you attack can shift the balance of power on the server. Resources and the economy are now the backbone of the game. Every war you wage, unit you recruit, or siege engine you build relies on resources flowing across the world. This means players who prefer logistics and crafting are now absolutely essential to winning a war. We've added a stronghold construction system. Every city on the map can be upgraded and fortified by players. Cities won't just easily reset back to level 1. They are long-term strongholds that your faction needs to manage and defend. You'll also see a complete Han Dynasty military rank and official title system. From basic ranks to high officials, every battle you fight and contribution you make translates into real status and identity. Another huge addition to the world is the massive war zone, offering maps larger than 8 square kilometers. With expanded borders and complex routes, tactics completely change. There is a lot more room for frontline combat, backline support, and troop deployment. Terrain, logistics, morale, and tactics will decide the battle. By the time we built everything, this world had the sheer volume of a brand new game. And that is why it requires a standalone client to run properly. This DLC marks a massive new chapter for Conqueror's Blade's 7th anniversary. Alongside our upcoming anniversary events, we're also upgrading the CBL to match the feel of Three Kingdoms. One last thing, we've hidden a lot of Three Kingdoms Easter eggs out there in the world, crafted with a lot of love for the history. You'll find plenty to explore. Thanks for watching. I'm Miles. Let's look forward to the next